All right,
Thought
hold
you'd
on.
never ask.
I feel like killing some plant people.
All right. So last time, interesting
He's gonna walk away from
things. Things of he's just like, that's it. I'm out. Matt's just like done. He's like, I'm done with this game. All right. So you guys last time got together with Johanna and Daniel after a fight outside of Rolf's house and convinced them essentially that you guys were here to help, that you wanted to get a hold of the medicine and help solve their problems with the cording. You also talked to them and said, hey, this problem might be a bit more expansive than you guys think, and we should probably check it out and do that. So they were like, okay, we'll do that. And you guys got together with them. You loaded up into one of those carry-all trucks and you took off, headed out into the fields of the planet, passing many enormous fields, giant, steam tractors, 100 feet across, going across these fields, all different kinds of food and grain and orchards, just crazy amounts of food being produced here. Even some like small ranches, which were obviously, people producing livestock for local use. Obviously, it wasn't the same scope, but I mean, at every turn, as you guys were making your way across sort of, the landscape, you would see increasingly substantive and increasingly verdant fields. This truly is Tuvik is truly a planet that is blessed by, sort of universal luck to have all of the best things that are required for the growing of food, and they do it, and the entire planet has done it. You guys made a way around. Finally, dawn broke. And you guys made it a couple of hours later, as you guys, truckling through the landscape, to Tobias's farmstead. Came up there, and the guy who you were with, Isaac, essentially, is the guy who drove you there. Johanna and Daniel stayed back in the city. Isaac basically says, "This is Tobias's place. This is his farm," and you guys all got there and dismounted. As you started making your way through his ginormous blackberry patch, you noticed that something was odd. Several things were odd, actually. The first thing you noticed is that one of the things that one of the more eye-catching elements of Tobias's farm is the fact that he has a huge windmill, a wind-powered windmill that is adjacent to his farmhouse. The wind, despite the fact that the wind was blowing, the windmill was not spinning, which even Isaac seemed like this is something that happens all the time. Question, Don?
Did you just say a wind-powered windmill?
A wind-powered windmill, yeah. There are other kinds of mills.
Yes, but there are no other kind of windmills.
This is the future, Don. They figured out the technology.
They figured it out. They've gone full. What's the term for wind power? Reproducible.
Renewable.
Renewable. That's it. They've gone full renewable, reproducible. Well, there are water mills, there are electric mills, there are hand mills, there are the mills that you tie horses to. This is a wind. This is a wind-powered windmill. It's been a long weekend. Stop it. So one of the things that you guys noticed was the windmill wasn't spinning, despite the fact that there was a decent breeze. As you approach closer, you realize that something was blocking or interposing itself between the spindles of the windmill to keep it from spinning. And as you got closer, you realized that it looked like maybe an injured person. You guys sort of spread out in the courtyard area between the farmhouse and the windmill and determined a couple of things. One, it is a person potentially quite injured that is blocking the windmill, and you can see he kind of looks like this.
Yeah, I don't know about person, but
yeah, once a person. And as you were doing that, a couple other things. So Captain Black decided to take a look inside the farmhouse and went in through the main door and was only able to see the back of someone's head. I don't recall, Captain Black, that you ever made any noise or like, hey, you, or what have you. But basically, this is what you see. and it's just sitting there. And even despite the noise of the people outside and your own noise, which you hadn't really been trying to keep quiet, I don't think, the person did not respond to you. The same token, Coffin Doyle started looking around and spotted something in the underbrush or the foliage at the edge of the sort of clearing area, just a couple of trees over here. And it looked like a woman who was just standing there, sort of looking like this. Not very pleasant.
My ex-wife.
Now I know why you got divorced.
I don't know. He seems like a fun guy.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Oh my God.
100 experience points off. Do I have to get Twitter out already? Is
the worst dad joke. Yep.
Yeah, that's horrifying. Okay, so
an appropriate background for Matt now.
All right, so so you spotted several of these guys. They're obviously humans who have been infected with the cordy. They don't seem to be. Well, they're certainly not reacting to you guys. They haven't moved. They're just sort of like, at least for the guy on the windmill spindles, he's just sort of like folded over one of the spindles and he's blocking it from. He's like sort of caught between a spindle and the gear, and it's just like you can hear it kind of like clonking into him because the wind is trying to turn it, but it can't really get going because he's in there. The person in the foliage is just sort of standing there, kind of like just there. Her eyes are wide open, as you saw, but frankly, Coffin, you don't get the impression that she's looking at anything in particular.
Plus, not to be a pedant, but for someone who's otherwise erudite, it's foliage. You're driving me crazy.
What did I say?
Foliage.
Foliage?
Yeah. Hey, it's a foliage. Wise guy, eh? I think Three Stooges when he says it.
So is that how we're gonna play tonight? We're gonna be challenging my wind-powered windmills and discussing foliage versus foliage.
The word police have arrived.
And all of you are gonna die. All of you now have the cordy. So, and as you know, it's incurable. So, but no, sorry. I will try. I will endeavor to say foliage.
Foliage.
No, Les, you just be you, buddy. You just be you.
Gotta be 100. If there's one thing I know that I have to do, it's be 100% me. And then, so that's kind of where we start. Where we start. Weber, you're over there. The only other thing I would say, foliage, got it. Is you're over there by the horse pens, and there are horses in there, but they are not moving, and they smell terrible. But also, sort of behind the horse pens, you can hear what sounds like a rhythmic thumping sound, like boom, boom, boom. It doesn't sound loud. It's more than anything that it's striking is that it's rhythmic. It seems to be, and it doesn't stop. But you can hear it now that you're closer to the horse pens. Those horses, you're not sure what the dealio is with those guys, but there's a really funky smell coming out of those horse pens.
All right, so I think this is at least one of my opinion is just take the first reaction here is we need to take a head count of how many people are here to know how many people are missing potentially from this location that we can try to track down elsewhere before they spread. And the second of all, unless for some reason this is airborne, we need to burn everything burnable the second we're done with whatever these things are. And I don't know if they're mobile or not. Does anybody know? I can't imagine we'd be in encounter mode here if they weren't mobile.
They are mobile.
Okay, so
so that's something Andrew would tell you. I mean, so Andrew had mentioned that what he's read about cordyceps is that it tends to attack insects and small mammals and replace their immune system, their the other system, nervous system, with itself. It's nervous. One of the things that the cordyceps fungus does in insects and small mammals is once it takes over the nervous system, it will often use that nervous system to control the now deceased insect or animal and drive it back to either its home or into where there are other insects or animals. The idea being it's going to force it to go towards uninfected creatures so that it can spread.
All
So
I see it.
Sounds a little like chlamydia or
kind of.
I see it as four things: kill everything that moves, burn everything to the ground, don't get hit, and before we burn everything to the ground, look for clues where our medication is. Because if it's not here, then we gotta track the path, and take an inventory of the people who are here.
So Joanna,
what you're saying is pillage, then burn.
Yeah, I'm gonna say suns out, guns out first, though.
I like the way you think.
Suns out, guns out.
so you guys do remember that Joanna and David, and to a lesser extent Isaac, told you guys that essentially once, because they were 3 of the 6 or 7 people who actually stole the medicine for you guys. They told you that they gave it to Tobias. Tobias is one of the senior guys in this sort of weird sub rosa underground that's trying to
This is his farm, isn't it?
This is his farm.
Yeah.
Now where they dropped it here something like 3 days ago. 2.5 days ago, because you guys have been here for I think now 2 full days and
2 days,
plus some change. So yeah, they stole it, they took it, they brought it here that very evening. And then, but what Tobias did after that, they didn't know. So it's possible that the medicine is still here, or it's been moved, or something of that nature. You don't know.
It's here.
All right. So you can see at least 2 cordyceps victims that are not moving right now. You suspect that the person who is in the house might be another victim. Isaac is looking at these guys and he doesn't recognize any of them, but he will tell you that Tobias had a half dozen hired men and women that worked at this farm. And he had others that worked in other areas. So this is just the central location of Tobias's farm. Tobias's farm is pretty extensive. He has other groups of men and women who work in other areas and do other things for him. Tobias is considered to be a relatively well-off farmsteader compared to other people.
Okay, so 5th item on the list: find his will, add an addendum, make us the inheritors of this, so we have a little crash pad for later on. Got it.
Because we're going to stay on Tufik. You retire from all this flying around, taking cargo around. That's all bull crap. We're going to stay on Tufik and become farmsteaders.
Nothing's hotter than dwarven women.
Question.
Mhm.
I'm not sure, but I don't think we brought any of our weapons except for sidearms.
Yeah, I've got a body pistol and stun stick, and that is it.
Okay. I mean, I have a pistol and harsh language, You turkeys.
Nobody has their flamethrowers with them, because that'd be really useful right about now.
I've got a basic gun in my arm.
Okay, well,
That's always
if we
okay.
can survive this encounter, this is a farm. I'm sure there's flammable stuff hanging around here somewhere.
So one thing they will Dr. Wagner will mention is that the cordyceps fungus, luckily, is easy to catch on fire. It tends to be quite flammable, as do the victims of it. So that's I guess a good thing. I mean, you probably wouldn't want to stand in front of one with a match, but when they take, they light up pretty good.
I brought some sterno.
Got a backpack full of sterno and a Bic lighter. It's time to rock, and then we're gonna chafe some lasagna. All right, so what do you guys do? None of these so you've got the horses kind of smell. You hear that rhythmic thumping inside the building, the mill building, as far as you can tell. There's the one guy who's in the mill work. Another woman who's in the foliage.
Good job.
Thank you. Off to the north, and then the other guy that's in the house. Now, Isaac will say that there were That's 3. Now Isaac says that he remembers at least a half dozen people.
Half dozen.
Not including Tobias.
As you know, Weber doesn't pull his weapon all the time. He'd rather talk his way out of it, but his weapon is out and he's ready to boogie.
Well, they're not doing anything.
Well, let's put a bullet in one.
Okay, are we in initiative or not in initiative?
Yeah.
Well, that's up to, I think we could roll initiative just to be so that we have an idea of what people are going to do.
I don't have any of Don's cool macros on here, so I got to just roll.
I just took-
at me.
Don, I went ahead and put yours to back where it was.
What was how do we roll initiative against 2d6
2d6
plus dex?
Plus
your
Dex.
Yeah, look at my decks.
Don, I took you out. Go ahead and roll again. That didn't seem fair.
I gotta remember what my
I realize I'm not enrolled.
Oh, pretty spry for an old man, huh? Tam pulled a hammy.
Hey, 3's good for him.
3's excellent for me.
3, he's like, he's in it.
Okay.
If you hover over, you'll see I
don't
have
have the
-4
macro
for
used
my
again.
initiative.
I rolled.
Is Isaac armed?
Apparently not.
I'm assuming he's not.
I don't know. You guys could do a quick
We'll do a
quick
shout out once. Yeah.
inventory.
Yeah. Who's carrying here? Because everybody start with.
What, you want to get high now?
This is not a talk your way out of an adventure. This is a let's rock.
We're
Let's kill the
screwed.
zombies.
Yeah. Where's Apone? Where's Apone?
Game over, man. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and give Isaac a thing here. Where's his numbers? Okay, +1. Let's do that. Because Isaac is not what you would consider to be. I mean, he could slug it out, but he's not a fighter.
Carrying a weapon, or
No, in fact, he was shocked to see that you guys had guns. He was like, "Can I hold one?" And you were like, "No."
No.
They're not toys.
But I
Because
bet it was huge in your hands.
guns are illegal on this planet.
Right,
So,
which is why we don't have any.
yeah,
really.
which is yeah.
We found them here. They were in the.
Well,
You're Scott unarmed.
yeah.
Yeah, it's different than being actually unarmed. Scott unarmed means that you have a Bowie knife, a small pistol, and a rifle in the truck.
Also 5 grenades.
And 5 grenades. Yeah. And you've frozen your sock with mercury to make it into a rudimentary glaive. All right, so right now it's sort of an odd combat because nobody is coming after you. You hear you hear the sound of some thumping. The horses seem to be problematic from a smell standpoint. You can see the woman in the foliage, and you can from where you are. You can also see the guy in the works of the windmill.
I'm going to tell everybody to stay with their buddy, or at least I'm going to shout out to everybody to stay with their buddy, because I don't think this is a go solo kind of place to be. I still have, 90% of my body surface is covered in tiger claw marks. So I don't want to be the guy who gets eaten by the space mushroom guy. Unless I'm going to take at least one step closer to look at the horses. I am assuming they are dead. And that somehow the cordyceps, but I'm not sure cordyceps takes over.
Give
Every
me
spin
an intelligence check.
That is one of my best scores. Let me just double check what it is here. It is intelligence is 11, so that's 2d6 plus 3 or 2.
3. Suspense is killing me. There it is. 11. Okay. So yeah, you move a couple of steps closer, and then at first you're just like, oh God, something rank is in there. But as you get closer, you can see each of the horses seems to be facing outward into the courtyard. Although, they're a little, cockeyed and that kind of stuff. They do not seem to be breathing. They do not seem to be moving. Their eyes are open, but are sort of like beyond the pupils, which seem to be like a little cloudy. The sclera are like a slatish gray color. And from the distance, you get within about 10 feet of them, and you can see that each of them have what looks to be little pale white sticks or antlers coming out of their ears,
Okay.
and in some cases coming out of their, kind of curling out of their mouths.
Let's. I vote we don't approach any of these things. Can I talk to the gentleman?
If
Isaac?
anyone has any breathing apparatus,
I
spacesuits, put them
Eight
on.
lungs.
I'm visualizing you as Dennis Hopper in Blue Velvet with your little oxygen mask.
Yeah. Heineken, fuck that shit. Pabst.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Les, I'm sorry. Please remind me of the gentleman's name who.
Isaac.
Isaac. Thank you. Of course. Can I ask Isaac? Isaac, do you have any extra fuel in your ride, by chance? Any extra?
Yeah, he'll tell you that, the charge on it is probably good to get us back, and maybe a little farther.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Is your motor vehicle powered by petrol or by a battery?
It's battery powered.
Battery powered. Okay. All right. Do you know if there might be anything on this farm that's ignitable, flammable?
Oh, sure. I
gasoline?
mean, out this far, he'll tell you is, a lot of people use kerosene lanterns, kerosene lamps, things of that
Kerosene's
nature.
good.
There's not a lot of these old farmsteads don't have electricity.
I see.
Or at least, or they have local generators that are connected to their homes that they will only use during, necessity.
I see. Isaac, I don't want to sound terrible or like a vandal, but we're in a very serious, contagious situation here, and I think our best move is to sterilize with fire.
Well, so Isaac will, Isaac gives off every impression that, I mean, practically he's sort of like in that little cobblestone area between the two buildings,
Yeah.
and he's frozen in fear, and he's like, I don't know which way to go now.
Hang on, don't get too close with the name. With that name, he's like a red shirt. Isaac, sick. He's gonna get it. Don't get too close.
Got it.
Well, he's petrified. So he's like, do what you have to do. He says that if he recalls correctly, Tobias's generator is at the back of the house, sort of over in this area right here.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks.
And then as far as kerosene and stuff like that, that would be in the house. There's probably a barrel of it somewhere around here.
All right. Great. I think we should keep in maybe at least groups of two, and I think we should go find some stuff to burn with, because we have to burn this. I think. Isaac, I'm very sorry, but this is a serious outbreak, and I don't think any medicine will now help these people. And if we don't contain it, then we're going to be this whole planet is going to be in bad shape.
He's staring at this creature over in the trees over here, and it's hard. It seems like it's hard for him to take his eye. Finally, he sort of tears his eyes away and looks at you. And he's like, "Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. We're gonna have to burn it."
Okay, Isaac, where are we going to find the kerosene? You say back around here?
It's all full of hay and straw. You don't need kerosene. Just light it.
There'll be kerosene in the lanterns in the house. The barrel's probably somewhere nearby, maybe inside the millworks.
The millworks. Okay. Is the mill here? Is that the mill blades?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Isaac, thank you. And I'm going to assume that after we come back from this caper, we're all going to be spending some time in quarantine, drinking and playing backgammon.
Mahjong.
So one thing that I think that Dr. Wagner told you guys last time was that generally the spores. So I mean, it's sort of a good news, bad situation when it comes to the cordyceps spores. The good news. Let's start with the good news. The good news is that as spores go, they are pretty heavy. Which means unless you are within about 6 inches to a foot of the creature when one of the fruiting bodies blows up and spores at you, the likelihood of those spores traveling across a long distance is almost nothing. They weigh a lot comparatively to other spores. Even if you're close, if they land on clothing or something like that, and that clothing is discarded, the likelihood is that you're going to be okay. The problem is if the spores hit any mucous membranes, any open wounds in your mouth or nose, potentially in your ears and eyes. If the spores get in there, then comes the bad news, which is within about 12 hours, you're going to start, in between 6 to 12 hours, you're going to start seeing symptoms. And by 24 to 36 hours, the cordyceps fungus will have reproduced to the extent that it will essentially detach your own nervous system and replace it with a fungal nervous system.
Fungleberry.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so it's not. So it's one of those things that's like, it's not dangerous until it's dangerous, right? The problem is once you're infected, there's no cure. The medicine that you guys brought prevents infection from ever starting.
Vaccination, not a cure,
kind of,
right.
yeah, not inoculation. So, but once you're infected, game over.
Got it. What's here?
More blackberry bushes. But that is the wall of the millworks is made of stone and is sort of circular in shape. And you can see that there's like a little axle that comes out and connects to the mill itself. This is a stone wall, a curved stone wall that goes back and connects with this wooden paddock wall. Your guess is that, looking at it, is that the circular stone thing contains the workings of the mill, and that was here before, and that the paddocks and the wooden building behind it were sort of attached later to hold the horses.
Got it.
Hold your horses, mister.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, what do you think? I mean, yeah, I agree. The hay should catch, but I think we should burn it good. If there's kerosene around here, I would.
There may be the vaccine there.
Yeah, I would say that we can't burn it until we discuss where we either find the vaccine or find a clue where the vaccine.
Remember, pillage, then burn.
Right.
All right.
Pillage, then burn.
Always get that backward. Thank you. All right.
There's a reason it's then.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna keep back from that guy. Yeah, all right, never mind. Boom. All right. Well, do we want to try to find the package of vaccine?
So the medicine came in, what you guys delivered came in 2 large crates. The crates would have been like 6 foot to a side.
Whoa. All right.
So I mean, you're talking
they're either in the
tens of
mill or in the
thousands,
house.
potentially
We gotta search one or the
hundreds.
other.
All right. So which one do you want to check first?
Let's search the house first.
All right.
Search, but kill anything that moves, or and stay away from it.
Okay. All right. I guess I can.
You know what? Has anybody talked? I mean, you're talking right now, but has anybody called out to anybody? It might be that there was a survivor we don't know here. But
We have not yet.
yeah, I think we should at least make one attempt to say, is anybody? Still
Hey,
alive.
everyone.
That might
Everybody
trigger
home.
whatever's gonna happen.
Are there any non-affected
Yeah.
humans here?
I got a feeling you guys are going at this like UPS drivers, like, hello, anybody home?
Yeah, yep.
Come out. Off they go. All right, so Doyle, you're peeking in there, and you could see that person. It's basically so what you can see over here. This is sort of like a sitting room, dining room area. There's a big fireplace here as you step into the doorway. The wood is creaking underneath. It's an old farmhouse type place made of wood, and you can see it. It's pretty well appointed. You can see over here. There's like a little stove in the area, and that kind of the window leads out and looks out onto the blackberry patches. And there's another little garden out here. There's a couch facing the window, and there's a guy sitting on that couch, and he's not facing you guys. And Captain Black is like, that guy hasn't moved, and he's just sitting there facing the other direction. Now, one thing that you do not notice is that this guy doesn't have any. I mean, the other two people that you've seen are dramatically infected with cordyceps.
Right.
This guy does not seem to have any of the fruiting bodies coming out of his head or face that you've seen on the other creatures. The other people, they're not creatures, they're people, ex-people. They're late people. Yeah, they're late people.
They're having an exchange.
they're busy.
Got it. Okay.
Is everyone wearing their respirators?
I
No.
don't have one.
Does
We don't
anybody
have
have a respirator? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, it's the fucking COVID. Put on a mask.
Put on a mask.
Well,
I've got a powered suit back at the ship.
Well, I always have procedural masks in my bag because I never know when I'll need to extract any extraneous pieces from an unwitting victim.
all right.
Your definition of extraneous is a bit odd.
Anything I want.
Yeah. Even if they're still using it.
I'm gonna call out to that guy. Hey, you got any whiskey?
I'm pretty sure he's gone.
Does he answer me?
Hold on a second.
Are you offering the Mushroom Man whiskey?
He's asking if he has any. So you just like, hey, you got any whiskey? No response.
Okay.
Doesn't even move.
Whiskey will combust.
That's true.
That's true. I always keep a little with me, a little flammable flask with me just in case.
What's
As
the
a
old
last resort, of course.
What's the old W.C. Fields quote? It's like I always carry a little bit of whiskey with me in case of snake bite and and just to be sure, I always carry a small snake.
And our old David Ogilvy's nothing creative ever happened without a little libation.
I always like David Ogilvy. The other people at Ogilvy, not as much, but David I like. I have his book.
Yeah.
2 of them actually.
Yeah, they're
Does he
great.
want him back?
No,
He's been
it's
dead since the 80s, but
the ones he wrote, not the ones he
if you
has.
saw Mad Men, they based it on him. Basically.
Well, they based what's his character on him? The primary
Don
character.
Draper.
Don Draper was based on David Ogilvy. Yeah. But I try to live my life like Roger Sterling.
No.
Is that the gray hair guy?
Yeah. You know, I have
Magnus Maine.
on my I don't know if I still have it. I know I still have it,
Okay.
but I had on my desk a autographed picture by the actor who played Roger Sterling.
Oh, nice.
John Slattery.
Don Slattery, yeah. John Slattery.
Put that with your guy who played Colonel Ty, right? And man, you know all the celebs.
All right, Don, you had a question or something?
Well, I was going to comment that we've been playing for 50 minutes and only one person has moved so far.
Well,
It's not a
Well,
contest.
obviously,
so far, Doyle wants to have a little do some shots with the Mushroom Man over here.
So that guy, as far as he did not move, did not seem to respond.
Wait, I also did move. I smelled the horses, Don. So
That's
there's
two
That's
people.
true.
Yeah, your
Mushrooms
time has not
growing
been
out of
wasted.
Weber's
Your time has
hair.
not been wasted.
He's right though. We only get to play this once a month. So.
Okay, all right. Yes, fair enough.
And-
We talk about David Ogilvy another time.
Mhm. All right. So, so Weber moved over there. Coffin moved over to the things talking to the Dr. Wagner. You're sort of in between those two guys in the turn order. Is there something specific you want to do? You're sort of catty cornered to the guy who's sort of in the windmill.
Well, first I put on my surgical mask and
Okay.
Mask. So, the visor thingy to keep things out of my eyes and nose. And
okay. Do you have that? Do you have those? I guess you would.
Well, I'm a doctor, damn it.
That's true.
Not a bartender.
That's a good point.
Let Coffin go for the bourbon.
Always keeps an abduction kit nearby,
All right. So you put on a mask and a face shield.
Yes.
Now I'm assuming that this face shield, that what you have on is not powered or doesn't have its own sort of atmosphere or anything like that.
Well, it does have a windshield wiper on it.
Okay.
Because, sometimes blood spurts.
Yeah.
And, if I'm operating, it's hard to wipe my
Totally
shield. So,
Totally
yeah.
understand.
But-
We've all been there.
But it is solar and wind powered.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you put on this. Now, do you you get your mask and your shield on? What do you do then?
Well, now that I feel that I've got all the important orifices covered,
Okay.
I step forward towards, I guess, behind the old captain and the spoon guy.
Okay.
Go, what's up, fellas? What do you see?
Nothing here. And then obviously that means that the cure isn't here because we would see it. It's that big.
Well,
It's 2 crates, 6 foot on a side. So yeah, they were big.
And I doubt they would have moved it upstairs.
Right. Yeah.
So my gut's saying over by the stables might be a better place to look.
Okay. Well, so all the horses are dead.
They don't look good. Weber's still looking at them.
Yeah, they're not dead, but they don't look good. They haven't been tended in a while, probably.
Well, they're not moving, and they do
They're not
have.
moving. Okay.
They're not moving. They're just standing there, and they do have pale antler-like growths coming out of their their ears and mouths.
They were
Nice.
infected also.
So
Possible.
is there a door anywhere in this part of the stables, Les?
No, that's not part of the stables. That's a circular stone wall that your guess is a round building that contains the mill part of the windmill.
Okay. What's here?
That is a doorway into what looks to be some sort of cart parking. And as you look in there, you can see that there is a horse cart there.
A horse cart. Does it have the crates?
It does not.
Damn it.
It's too small, actually.
which
more of
came first?
More of a cabriolet. All right. So Coffin, give me an intelligence check.
All right. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Let me get that going here. Sorry. My intelligence. Okay, yeah. Hold on. It's 2d6.
Yes, plus your intelligence bonus, whatever that may be.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir.
Everything above 8.
8.
All right. 13.
Wow. Okay. So as you move into the area with the cart, you can see that this cart was obviously, that's what these horses were used for. It looks like you could see in the cart, in the bed of the cart, it's a small cart, what would normally be considered like a cabriolet, a 2-seater, and with a little space in the back for a small amount of stuff. You can see that there are the remnants of like hay bales and stuff like in there. It's probably for moving small things around. As you go in there, though, the pounding sound that Weber heard behind it or near the horses becomes increasingly clear. And you are, as you're moving through the cart, you become a little bit trepidatious because you can hear it. Boom, boom, boom. You turn that corner and there's a little hallway there that extends behind the horse stalls
I see. Yeah.
and stops at a little door,
Okay.
which you suspect may lead into the works of the mill itself.
Okay.
There is a person there
Uh-oh.
standing by that door, and it looks like a woman, and she's got sort of an open hand, and she's kind of like,
Uh-oh. So she's
on that
standing
door.
there.
That's the rhythmic pounding noises that you guys heard, was her pounding on that door. And it seems like a metronome.
Okay.
She seems to be doing it unintelligently, I guess.
Okay. I see. I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back here and tell my comrades what I have found. And I'm gonna say, hey guys, there's a looks like there might be a active moving around creature inhabiting a formerly human who is now a fungus host, and she is pounding on a door. I got a feeling that our 2 crates are inside that mill, and I got a feeling that we gotta get past this active fungus lady and not get spored on to get there. That's what that's my guess.
Doc's up. Doc's got a respirator.
Captain Black, give me a intelligence roll.
All right. Screen. Intelligence is.
Be right back, guys.
13. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How about you, Weber? Give me one.
An intelligence check?
It's still, Eric's still more than enough to see what you saw.
Donna, I'm sorry, less an intelligence check?
Please.
There you go, buddy.
13. Okay, so the captain is sort of looking around and trying to figure out what to do next. But you hear something behind the wall, and you can hear a voice that says, "Hello? Is anyone out there? Is anyone out there? I thought I heard something. Is anyone there?"
I can hear that.
Yeah.
Said, yes, sir.
It's muffled because it's a stone wall.
I'll say,
You can
yes,
hear-
sir. We're here with one of your friends, Isaac.
Isaac comes running over here, and he's like,
And-
"Tobias, is that you?"
I
It's like-
hold him back too, so he doesn't get any closer. We don't know if he's infected. Stay back.
Oh, all right. And he's like, "Isaac, is that you?" And he's like, or "Tobias, is that you?" And you hear the guy inside is like, "Yeah, it's me. Is it Isaac? Isaac, something bad's happened. Be careful out there." And Isaac's looking around. He's like, "That's Tobias. He's inside. We have to rescue him. We have to get him out of there. He'll know where the crates are."
Well, why don't we ask him where the crates are?
Oh yeah. Before we talk to him anymore, where are the crates? No, we'll say, ask him what happened here, Isaac, or you want me to talk? Either one.
Well, if Isaac does the talking, then it's me talking to me. So it's,
Right.
it's weirdly
And that
awkward.
would be different because.
Well, we're all on the call. Usually when it's me talking to me, I like to talk.
Ask him about the foliage in the wind-powered windmill.
Tobias, is this windmill wind powered?
Are you growing any foliage this year?
The foliage is beautiful. All you guys are catching the corny. That's it.
Get a little itchy right now.
All right. So Isaac tells you, Weber and Captain Black, that that's Tobias. This is his farm. Tobias, why, come out? And he's like, "I can't come out. They're trying to get me
right outside there, right?
The infected is right here. She's trying to get in."
Yeah, I will move closer to see if I can get a line of sight on this infected he's talking about.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I'll say
Coffin
Keep calling
saw it.
out so we can find you. Oh, okay. So I'll close on that position,
Okay.
and I'll tell Isaac to stay like lockstep with me. Don't wander off.
Okay.
We don't know what's going on with these things. Where's Doyle? I had this map zoomed way
Well,
out.
he had gone up into here.
Okay, so I'll move up towards Doyle.
Yeah, you can see that there's like a little parking area in there for that cart.
But I still don't see anybody, or I can see her from there.
You can't see anybody.
I said, where do you see her, Doyle? And I'll whistle to Isaac to get closer to us.
Follow me. And Les, I'm gonna pull out my sidearm and just keep it ready.
Okay.
Pointed down, but ready to fire if needed. And let's say to the south, about 12 meters or so. I don't know. Ish.
I see her. Isaac, get in here with us.
I don't want to.
I don't want you out there in case one of those things that comes lurching at you. I want
All right, he comes in. He's obviously shitting himself though a little bit.
Yeah, I would too.
All right, so you guys are Coffin, you and Weber and Isaac are in there, and you're looking down that hallway, and you can see this woman. Now her back's turned to you, so you can't really see her face, but this is what she looks like.
Jesus! Oh my God!
I think I went out with her. I think I went out with her in high school. She had a little bit of an acne issue, but it was fine.
Oh my God!
Wow. Captain, what are you and Tam doing? You see these guys all go rushing over there. Dr. Wagner's on the patio, the deck, the big deck, and you guys are sort of out in the thing. What are you all doing?
How high up is this guy?
His feet are on the ground. He's sort of like the post that he's in is sort of stretched out sideways, but it's at like stomach level. And he's sort of folded over it, and so that the blade can't get through him, because it's just wood and canvas, right? It's not like it's gonna chop him in half. So he's sort of like stuck in there, and he's keeping the blades from spinning.
I want to know, would I roll an intelligence check or an education check to know what electricity might do to these guys? I want to see if I can.
Education check, I think. Is that the answer you wanted to hear?
Yeah.
Okay. 10. You're not. It might harm them, but electricity might also set off the spores. It might allow all the spores, to sort of explode in a cloud. Right. It depends on the electricity too. If it grabs onto a hot wire, the spores may just take off. If you shoot it with a lightning bolt of some sort, or some sort of electrical, like a taser, that may have a different effect.
Right. What I have is a stun stick, so I have to be real close to do it. So I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I am going to shoot the body pistol. It's a ceramic round.
Okay.
Can I aim for the head specifically?
Sure.
I'm going to try that.
All right. Called shot. Are you going to get really, really close up? Like hold the gun right up against his head?
No. I'm standing at this distance.
Okay.
Actually, we think the splash is like 10 feet.
No, I mean, so the spores, it depends what's going on inside their bodies from a fluid standpoint. You don't know, but the spores only go 6 inches to a foot away.
I'm going to stand here because I don't trust any of that shit.
Okay.
Pistol. So I missed the body completely.
Bang! So you fire off a round. It misses the body completely. It hits the stone wall of the building and ricochets off into the blackberry field.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we sure that we want to shoot this fungus creature?
Well, I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you to find out what happens here. So
You're not there.
You shoot this.
I think he's shooting at a different one, but I definitely think we need to shoot this.
I'm absolutely going to shoot that one. And Doyle, you get a feel that I got your back, but you also consider it me construed as I'm using it as a human shield. It's hard to say.
Great.
So
Well,
Les,
Yeah.
Isaac and Mehmet have gone in the turn order.
Okay. That's all right. I am Dr. Wagner, give me an
Yeah.
intelligence check.
I'm not that drunk.
Not yet.
Or Dr. Wagner, you sitting by yourself over there?
Apparently so.
Tam's down below you, okay.
Let's see.
No,
Uh-oh.
he's got lots of people with him.
I got movement, man.
Um,
So this guy, hold on a second. Let me roll this. Oh, all right. So you shoot at this guy, miss him completely. You can see him begin to sort of like move, and he has these sort of like weird, sort of like jerky kind of motions, but he looks like he's trying to untangle himself from the sort of like the corner that he's caught in. He's starting to move. He's still bent over. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He's still bent over, but he begins to sort of move around a little bit. He's sort of like twitching and flopping. He hasn't extricated himself from there yet. You're not sure why, but he's trying to. Dr. Wagner, did you roll an intelligence
I'm
check?
about to.
Excellent. 9. All right. So you notice a couple of things. First, this guy stands up. He's still facing the other direction, but now he's not sitting, he's standing. And you can also see that he has some of the cordyceps obvious kind of problems.
He's infected.
He's infected.
Hmm.
You also see this woman, the one who was in the foliage. She has taken a few sort of halting, jerky steps forward
What does she look
into
like? Oh yeah.
that one. So she has started to sort of move forward into the courtyard area.
Oh, great.
I'd be concerned, but I think Dr. Wagner's got this.
Okay. Weber Jix, you are up.
All right. Is this door fully open? Sorry, is the door? Let me go.
That door right there.
Yeah, sorry. This door right here, is it fully open?
No. Well, yeah, it is now. You guys could have pulled some.
Yeah, basically, do I see her?
Give me an intelligence check.
All about intelligence checks tonight. This will be intelligence check number 3. Ooh.
Yeah, not really. You're you're looking at this one.
All right. Well, I have my body pistol out. If it's is Doyle in my way?
Kinda.
You know what? I'm gonna kneel down,
Okay.
and so
I
that
know.
I can balance my weapon and get
Yeah.
a good shot.
We're gonna form square here. We're gonna like do a line
I
shooting
assume
here.
it's gonna make us all deaf when we're all shooting with no ear protection. But
It's all right. Dr. Wagner can heal our ears. I have no doubt.
great.
Okay, so I have that modified body pistol. The only thing I want to ask you before I fire it, Les, is that the computer that I had that character sheet on melted down. And I lost the stuff I wrote down from Colonel Seventide. What I got? I know it's a body pistol, but it's been modified to have bonuses, and I don't have those handy.
Okay. I don't know that I have them handy either.
Yeah. So what the body pistol be? I think it at least was a +1, but
I think
honestly, it's
yes. I'd have to look for that. I'll look.
let's say +1 for now, and then we'll get to it. And then so my body pistol, I have a 2, so I'm gonna roll 2d6 +2 or +3 on this because I have the +1 for the modified.
+3.
Okay, I'm gonna shout out here to what's Isaac's friend's name? Tobias.
Tobias, yeah.
Hey, Tobias, get down. Just in case I miss her. And then I'm gonna try to pop this this walking zombie zit over here.
Okay.
Okay, so 2d6 +3.
Ooh, bang, hit. So you hit. Give me a D20.
A D20, yes, sir.
Mhm.
No bonuses to it.
No, just straight up.
Okay, D20.
Straight up, no dumb.
Basically, I'm using this as a location. That's a D12.
Oh,
Now try it without cheating.
Yeah. Cheater head. 8. Okay, so you hit her sort of pretty high amidships on her body. Sort of, you're shooting at her back because she's just like sort of banging on the door. You tell
Tobias to get down.
Tobias, get out of the way. I'm shooting. And then you hit her, and then you hit her sort of right between the shoulder blades. Instead of blood, there's like this poof of grayish dust that comes out of the body and just goes both in the entry wound, and you could tell that the bullet went through and hit the wooden door because you could hear it like sort of clunk into it. And then you can see sort of like this poof of like particles that come out of both the entry and the exit wound from her body. She stops pounding and then turns around to look at you.
Drops dead.
I'll point to Doyle. It was him. No, okay. Hope you can finish her off. Does she look any worse for the wear?
How many dice of damage do? You do
I
2d6?
forgot. Yes. it's
You didn't roll
2d6.
damage yet.
I forgot I didn't roll damage. One moment, please. I just want to double
That's
check.
a rookie error.
I haven't done this character for a while, so I'm trying to look at the
can't-
character sheet.
I think
Body pistol is
2d6.
2d6. No pluses? Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, yeah, okay.
Anybody? No? Okay, 2d6. Everybody in?
Okay. All right, cool. All right, but she does turn around, and you can see her sort of like her head is sort of like jerking around, and she begins to sort of lurch towards you guys. Dr. Wagner.
Y'all got this, right? I'm gonna step outside.
Dr. Wagner, so you see this woman coming out of the trees. You see this guy stand up. He's not moving yet. He hasn't turned around, but he has stood up.
Well, sounds like I better hot foot it out of there. I don't like the looks of things.
You bring
So-
your big weapon with you?
No, I wasn't allowed to bring it. I tried to smuggle it in as a Snoopy snow cone machine, but apparently our DM saw right through that. Do I have any idea what that tree thing is?
Which tree thing? This creature
Up
here?
north, yeah.
That's the cordyceps. That's a cordyceps infected person. They had been just standing in the tree line when you guys arrived, but you suspect that the gunshots have prompted them to sort of come back to life and begin seeking out additional hosts.
Gunshots.
Okay,
Oh,
so,
great.
and these structures are made out of wood.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about I might need to toss a match into the house to sterilize it.
We got to get the vaccine first.
We don't know
Well,
if it's or not.
do you have it?
That's what we're looking for.
Better find it fast.
We got to get the vaccine, and then I agree. It's
Pillage, then burn, remember?
Then burn.
No, I thought it was burn and then pillage.
Oh my God.
That's a usual way to
thought
go.
too, but all right. Shit.
Oh, for goodness sake.
You make a
Well,
horrible Viking.
I guess. I don't know. I don't like the looks of things. I'm gonna go hang out with good old Pilot Tam. 'Cause I don't know, can I run up with the group that quickly?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're gonna, yeah, you could go over by Tam.
I don't like that tree person. I'm not the Lorax. All right, I'll go.
I speak for the trees.
Hey guys, things aren't looking
For the trees,
good.
not to the trees, for the trees.
People are starting to move around in unnatural, undesirable ways. We need to get out soon, like maybe now.
All right.
Do I see them moving from
yeah.
where? Okay. Are they fast?
No, they're
One right in front of her.
Yeah, the one that the one that that Weber shot turned around. The one that was pounding on the door turned around and is sort of lurching towards you. They are not fast. In fact, they seem to indicate that they have a lot of problems making their limbs move appropriately. She's kind of like, so her head's twitching all around, and you know, her legs are sort of, I mean, she's sort of lurching. But you can see her like sort of like bouncing in off the sides of the walls as she's lurching. She's definitely lurching towards you guys though, but yeah, not fast.
Okay. Gracious. Can I take a shot too at her?
Sure.
I'm sorry. I'm clicking on the wrong screen. At this nice lady here.
Yep.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm very sorry. I have to shoot you. So I got my sidearm. I'm sorry. I gotta review my sheet every time. I have I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Does anyone have a flare gun?
Where's my gun?
You still want to burn it down, huh?
I have, you know, some good weapons that would kill these things on the ship.
Well, the ship is at least one star system away too.
I know.
It's not like you could take a 6-hour high back to the shuttle.
I have gun combat 3.
Okay, so that'd be +3 on your roll. What kind of
Yes,
what kind? You got a body pistol that you're using? Just a,
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
So I roll a, oh geez.
That is a miss. Ping! It
Great.
bounces. It lodges into the thing, and you can hear Tobias in there. It's like, what the fuck are you shooting at? That one went right through here.
Great. All right. All right.
And you hear Isaac yell out from behind you. He's like, "They brought guns! If you can believe it!" And he goes, "I know. Fuck you."
all right.
All right. So do you? So that's your shot. I think you can. Well, all right. So
Might want to lure it in a different angles. I don't want to shoot Tobias accidentally or infect him by trying to kill this thing. But now we're all crammed in here, and we're now we're all with 1 inch from each other. So it just takes one of them to infect all.
Didn't
of
we
us.
already ask Tobias to leave? I mean, or
well, he's supposed to be out of the way, but in this case, the first bullet that Weber shot went through the body of the creature and lodged in the wooden door. The second one that Coffin shot missed the creature completely and went right through the door into the stone room where the person is.
Right. Can I yell out?
Sure.
Tobias, is the vaccine in that room with you?
What? No, it's not in here. We took it to we took it to Path of Elder Emma Bell Stevson. We took it to town.
All right,
Let's
doctor,
go.
we can burn- Doctor, you have full approval to burn everything to the ground now.
wait, he's still in there.
Isaac says, "Oh, I know this town. It's the rail line can get us there in a few hours."
Wait, the vaccine is not
hours?
here?
No, I took it to where we needed it the most. It's a town called Path of Elder Emma Bell Stevson.
Son of a gun. All
Funny,
right.
it looks like you need it here.
Yeah, it looks like he needed it.
I'll explain everything. Just kill him and get me out of here.
Is it my go yet?
It's still Coffin's turn. I think it's Coffin. Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Captain Black.
That
What
was
was
a
that?
shot at her.
All right, so you're shooting at her too. Everybody's just pouring fire down there. That's a hit.
Just panic fire.
Go ahead and roll damage. And that is, what kind of weapon is that?
That I was looking that up so that I could tell you. That is a personal defense laser.
All right, so you lasered her. All right, so one of the things that you notice as you shoot is when Weber shot her, that's a projectile, right? It went in, it went out, and there was a big poof of some sort of gray dust. The laser did not, it went in, it did not go through because it's a personal defense laser, so it's designed not to go through stuff. And there was no poof of gray dust.
Does she look like I hurt her at all?
Well, yeah. I mean, so she's got a fresh cauterized hole in her, but she's still lumbering around. She hasn't fallen. I mean, she's staggered a bit when you hit her. And you can see that, she seems, well, it's hard to tell because they don't show pain. They don't bleed. It's hard to tell how damaged she is, but she seems relatively damaged. You do certainly feel like you did more damage with this than the bullet did.
It doesn't show
Okay.
pity, remorse, or fear, and she absolutely will not stop ever
Will not
till
stop.
you are dead.
Isaac's like, fuck this, and runs back outside.
Good.
And then he stops at that door and he's like, oh shit. Then you see him
Where
backing
you
up
safe for
again.
now, buddy.
Yeah. Tam, what are you doing?
This is cloth.
Yeah, it's like a waxed canvas kind of thing, or it has some sort of resin on it, but big white pieces of canvas.
I want to rip down as big a piece as I can, actually. What I'd like to do is be able to do like a Charlie Brown ghost costume.
Okay.
I want a big piece that I can drape over my head, not dragging on the floor or anything like that, but my intent is to drape this over me, use my stun stick, and just stab things blindly.
What? Okay. So, wait. So you want to use the resin-covered canvas as a spore shield?
Yes,
Okay, got it.
for my body.
So, and you're putting it entirely over your whole body, so you cannot see.
It'll be over my face and everything at first. Yes.
Okay.
We wrap the first of the dead in the
But it'll stop at your elbow because you want your hand to be out so you can stab away with your stun stick.
So I can
at
stab
this guy.
away with the stun stick.
All right.
Now the first guy, when I get this down, should be easy because I know right where he is.
Yeah. So it's going to take you this round to pull that stuff down. But yeah, you yank on it and that kind of stuff. You will
That's what I'm doing this round.
You will get a big piece of this cloth down from there, and it's a big piece too. It's probably 10 by 10.
Okay.
A big section of it, and it's not even the entirety of the blade. So the blade is pretty big.
Right.
But yeah, you get a big piece of it. So now you have this big piece of sort of resined canvas in your hand.
But it'll act as a good shield.
It'll act as a good shield, theoretically. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Like, Tobias, where do these canvas sheets come from? Oh, that's what we had the first bodies wrapped in.
That we then use to make a windmill. A wind-powered windmill.
A wind-powered windmill.
Often you and Weber are sort of talking to each other about, like, I can't believe you missed him. I can't believe that you didn't kill him. When all of a sudden the door, you hear something clunk into the other door.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
It's this. And
Where?
it just kind of whirls around the corner towards you. And you can
hell.
see that he's got one hand out and he's trying to grab, well, I'm going to go 50-50, Weber or Coffin. And he's got just like one sort of like disgusting hand that's covered with mushrooms and stuff like that. 50-50. Low is Weber. He tries to grab Weber.
Shit.
Get away from me, you bitch.
He misses. As you look away, you're like, "Whoa!" As the hand just kind of like reaches in and tries
Dude,
to
he's
grab
like a
you.
ninja. Look at those reflexes. 6
But
plus
he's
2 plus 3. Yeah, okay.
That's pretty good. Well, he's got
it's minus 3.
It's minus 3.
Yeah.
He misses you, but you can see he's trying to push his way into the room.
Okay.
After missing you, can see his hand keeps coming out. This one moves for 1, 2, 3, 4, moves to here, and you can see her hands are sort of like, and she's got Coffin in her sights. She's like, moving towards you, and you can see her mouth has dropped open, and there's like gray spores coming out like off the side. Kind of.
Yeah, avoid those.
New plan. Everybody out of here.
Right. Yeah. Let's scram.
Yeah.
There's got to be some way to get Tobias out, but not.
Not yet.
Well,
yeah.
if you get all of the infected people out of the building, he can leave.
Right.
True. Hey, you know what? That's a great point. I say, all right, all you zombies, follow me.
Okay. All right. So that is the infected. Weber, you are up.
Do the equivalent of running around the kitchen table when your brother is chasing you.
Who just moved? Somebody just booked down there.
I don't know who just moved.
Well, you can't move it. It's not
Oh,
your turn.
Coffin moved away from the thing,
Well, but
leaving
not his-
Weber wide open for
Yeah.
attack.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I should not have moved. It's not my turn. I'm
It's not
sorry.
your turn yet.
Yeah. How far can I go? I'm gonna run outside the door here, like, let's get out of here. And I come out here, and if I can, I will take a crack at this bad boy.
I believe 8 squares you can move.
I don't know how, I can't see what this, oh yeah, I got plenty of room then. I think that was 3 squares I just made, right? 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
4 to get out, sort of push
Okay.
past there.
So can I take a shot at this one too?
Sure. 8 is a hit. Did you shoot from that position?
Well, I would not have shot at Isaac in the head, but.
No, but he
I can roll
screams and
farther
throws himself down on the ground
out. Okay.
because
I
he
can
has.
roll farther
This is his officially his first behind the head gunshot.
Yeah,
Um,
you get used to it.
yeah. So he throws himself down.
then
All right.
Say
So you hit her
2d6 for body pistol.
2d6. 7 points. Okay. 7. All right. That gun, that bullet goes through her again. Same principle. With these little puffs of gray smoke that come out of her, and you can see she sort of like twitches and sort of and like turns and sort of looks at you and begins moving your way. The movement style that I'm imagining here is sort of the nurses from Silent Hill.
Mhm.
You know how they were all like twitchy and weird. You guys have seen Silent Hill, right?
I haven't seen it.
No.
I haven't.
Is it something
Well,
we should
try
watch
to
before?
imagine.
Should we watch it before bed tonight while we sleep? So we sleep well.
Signed homework.
So just go on YouTube, Google nurses from Silent Hill and watch how they move. That's kind of how these
Okay,
things
that's our homework. Okay. I'm not afraid of these things. You know what? On my home planet, I was really afraid of. We had these leather ghosts that really freaked us out. If I see one of those, I'm gonna put a bunch of bullets in it.
All right, Dr. Wagner,
Yes, sir.
your turn, buddy. So you just saw Weber run outside and begin firing a gun at something.
All right.
You know,
I'm
he
gonna
doesn't even
say,
have fault.
guys, get ready to clear out. I have some alcohol swabs in my satchel
Okay.
and a Bic lighter, and I'm about to set this place on fire.
Okay.
So I take an alcohol swab and I light it on fire and go, here, horsey, have a treat.
Oh, and you throw it in the horse pen.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm assuming this alcohol swab is probably, maybe 4 inches by 4 inches, something like that.
Something like that.
Soaked in isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah.
All right. So you unwrap it, you light it, it catches on fire, and you just sort of like toss it into here. This area is filled with like hay and stuff, so you can hear it begin to crackle.
Get the hell out, everybody. And then I make for the door.
All right.
I am out of here.
Okay.
The horse doesn't move. All right, so that is Wagner. Coffin, you're up next.
Thank you. If Wagner's about to start to burn the place down, I'm gonna
Started,
run.
really.
Yes.
All right, so you run back outside as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You see, so Isaac's down on the ground. Dr. Wagner just came running out. This creature is now facing where you guys are and is beginning to sort of move that way. And you can see Weber sort of steadying his gun, what it looks like to take another shot.
Okay. I'm gonna wait, okay, so Weber is about to shoot at the zombie, then I'm gonna get out of Weber's way.
Okay.
If I run from here to here, I'm gonna guess that I don't have time to shoot.
No, you will.
Okay.
You could shoot.
Well, the thing is, there's a card here and Captain Black. I don't want to shoot that way until Captain Black is out of the way.
Okay, so you're going to hold your fire until the captain's out of the way.
I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I'm gonna say, "Hey, Captain, come on, run!"
All right, Captain Black's turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to shoot first and then
ask questions.
back off. So let's see
Okay.
if I can hit him. Yeah. And
Who are you shooting at?
this, I guess, what everybody else is shooting at, right?
Well, no. So the last gunshot you heard was outside into the courtyard.
Okay. But Coffin Doyle's asking me to get out of the way, so he's shooting at something in here,
Right.
which I assume is this,
That's a good assumption.
because I don't see anything else. So that's what I'll shoot at, because
Okay.
it's also closer to me.
8 is a hit. Wow, 18 points of damage.
Wow.
That laser shot drills it in the head. And it staggers backward. You can see it sort of stumble forward onto the door, and it actually ends up on one knee. As you can see that there is this smoking hole in the creature's face where the laser sort of went through. You don't see any of the stuff, but it is still you can see it, after it stumbles down onto the ground, you see it begin to sort of jerkily pull itself back up the door, and its eyes come back over, and you can see it sort of like looking for you, and begins to sort of crawl your way. It's not crawling. It's like it was in the doorway. You shot him in the head. It staggered forward and sort of leaned up against the door and landed on one knee. And now it's sort of pulling itself up the door to get back on its feet, while at the same time sort of like kneeing over towards you.
Just like the nurses in that TV show.
Just like the nurses in Silent Hill.
All right. So then I come over here, I say, finish it. And then I come out here.
All right, Coffin, you get a shot if you want to take it.
I will shoot. I'm gonna shoot at. Wait, I can't see him now though. I gotta get that right there. I'm gonna move to there, so I have at least a line of. Use my alt key.
Okay.
Line of sight, and I'm gonna shoot with my pistol at +3. I'm gonna try to not to miss this time. And oh, there we go.
That's a hit.
Hot dog. And I'm sorry, I'm not even sure what the damage is.
With a body pistol, 2d6.
2d6, wonderful. 2d6, and boom.
7 points. Well, that one, you follow up the captain's shot with another shot that takes this thing in the face.
Mhm.
In this case, because it's a projectile, it blows out probably 3/4 of the skull towards the rear and out back onto the cobblestones, and you can sort of hear it sort of like plop, 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 as pieces of this guy's, the back of his head and most of the sort of area, from like here back is gone. He takes a few steps, and you can see now that his skull is gone, you can see that inside his skull is this like intertwined mass of that pale white antler looking stuff, but a lot of it is gone. He staggers a couple of times and then falls face forward onto the ground.
Echo. Okay.
One down.
And you can see the hard part. The next you see is like all of the fruiting bodies that are exposed, including the big one that are now, all of those things are in his head are exposed. All are like as these spores kind of like launch themselves in a last ditch attempt to try and save themselves. So you could see that now the ground around him is covered with this gray powder.
Right.
Okay, not gonna go near that.
Not for a while.
Right on. Okay.
All right. Good shooting.
Yay.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, you see the circle? That's about the range of where the powder is.
Okay.
Do not.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, excellent,
We do
excellent.
not see the circle.
I didn't see it.
We do not see the aura. Now we do.
Okay.
Now you
He's
do.
gonna-
I
He's
saw
just
it.
gonna, he should have
wait.
scared the shit out of us and just put an area effect to cover the whole map. Oh my God.
No, it's there. You just don't see it.
All right. Isaac gets up and moves this way, and he's looking at he's like looking first. He looks at the creature that you guys are that is moving towards Weber.
Mhm.
Second, he looks at the smoke that is beginning to funnel out of the horse pen. And third, he looks at this area over here as a potential escape route and begins sort of like meandering over there. He's not happy.
Where is
I'm gonna shout at him
Tobias?
to stay with the group because we can't lose him. He knows where we're going next, so we need him in one piece and unfungied.
Okay, he's sort of moving along that way. So what did you say, Eric?
I'm
Where's
sorry.
Tobias?
Yes,
As
sir.
far as you know, he's still in the mill house.
That's what
He's
I'm
here.
afraid of.
Everything's coming up mill house.
We, I mean, we can't burn Tobias alive.
Oh, sure you can.
Yeah. Try to tell the doctor that.
Oh, you totally could if you want. Yeah. No, I mean he'll burn. All right, Mehmet. All right, so now you've got the sheet. You're gonna pull it over your head,
Okay.
and then
I'm leaving myself a little exposed
yeah.
as I move to here. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's a leather ghost. Open fire, guys.
I
My
just want to say, in my defense, I warned you. You could have stopped me.
there was no stopping you. We've already told you several times, pillage then burn.
There's
They've
nothing
never-
to pillage. We already found out the goodies are in the next village.
They've
Well,
never.
You
You
know
got
that there's a
plant heads
trapped
coming for
human,
you.
non-infected here, though, don't we?
Well, we
Yeah, as
don't
far as you know.
that.
Well, you don't. I guess you don't know. He may not be. But he's talking, which the
He's
infected
talking.
don't seem
The
to
others
do
don't
much
seem
of.
to.
Well,
Yeah.
they do for the first few hours, sure.
Oh, that's a good point.
So
Hey, look, he's in a stable full of zombies.
I moved to this location.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna get the stun stick ready. My educated guess is that these fungi still need to use the host nervous system in order to move around.
Correct.
So if I take out the brain, they'll stop.
Sure.
So when I get close, I got the stun stick up by this guy's head. That's when I drape myself and then just go forward and hit the button.
And hit the button and just zap him. Okay.
Just, that works for females, but men have two brains. You got to get them both.
I'm assuming I'm gonna stun the top one first. The lesser of the two.
the less important one. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I mean, you still have to roll the hit because you're not looking.
But do I get some pluses because I lined it up before I threw it over?
I think you would get your do you get any pluses for that anyway? Like from a
cudgel, I've got a +3.
take it down to +2, but I'll still give you +2 on that.
So I don't get a bonus, I get a minus. Take it down to +2.
Have you ever attacked anyone with a blanket over your head?
Yes,
If
you
I
might
lined
have.
it up before I threw the blanket over my head, I think I could hit.
Well, right, but he's still moving, right? He's still trying to get. I mean, it's not.
He's
Yes.
no,
Well,
we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
Okay.
Even though I think
you're
it's
not going to
wrong.
get your full cudgel bonus, but you still get some of your
against a
cudgel
trapped guy next to me
bonus. And you roll a 1
and a 3.
and a 3. You have a blanket over your head, so you hear the
Left.
stun stick slam into the wood of the thing, and psst, you rolled it, not me.
You have a blanket.
I lined up the shot. Stand next to something, line up a shot, and then close your eyes, basically.
All right, the next time you're over at my house, I want to try a little experiment. We're gonna play a game of pool, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna break, get it all thing. I want you to line up the shot, and then I'm gonna put a blanket over your head, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
I have $5 that says that whatever you're aiming at when I put that blanket over your head, you are not gonna hit.
Oh, I thought if he misses, you're gonna hit him with a taser.
We're gonna take that bet.
All right, we're gonna do it. Okay. Well, in this case, you rolled a 1 and a 3, which
will
you know,
please videotape this when it happens, please.
Oh yeah.
even without the blanket, you would have missed them. So I get that. I
But
get
would
that
have
he's
said
not
I'd
doing.
have more bonuses because I was right next to him.
I know. This is the vagaries of the dice, my friend. So you feel your stun stick. You're pretty sure it's not him. You're pretty sure it was the wooden piece of next to his head. So you got to go back for another shot.
I get that.
Okay. All right. Let's see if he manages to dislodge himself though from
Now,
the
at this
thing.
point, I am covered, and yeah.
Okay. So he did not manage to. Thankfully, he did not manage to dislodge himself from the thing like he's been trying to do.
Doesn't matter. He still has full decks.
What decks?
He
They
can
don't
still
have
dodge
decks.
anything because I can't hit him.
Hey, don't blame his decks on your pitiful rolls, man. That's not his fault. You take that back about my zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Dr. Wagner, you see the guy that was in the house now is in the doorway and he's coming out. He's coming outside. This guy here. You can see him from where you're standing. Isaac sees him too, and Isaac's more than a little freaked out. Coffin, you shot this guy, put him down, but then the woman that you were shooting at earlier, the one that was pounding on the door, comes out of the doorway and begins moving towards you. He did not dislodge himself. This one continues moving towards, you're not sure if it's Captain Black or Weber that she's moving towards, but she's moving in your guys' general direction. She's not moving towards Wagner. She's moving towards, your guess is Weber because he shot her. But it is Weber's turn. Weber? Oh, you're muted, dude.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Okay, well, I'm gonna put down Lady Foliage here. But I'm going to move while doing it. Is that fine? Was that is it gonna be a negative? I'm gonna move a little bit. I'm trying to close the distance with Isaac to remind him to get his ass back here. And I'm gonna put 2 into, or 1, I guess, into this bad girl.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't roll that right. That was the. I mean, that'll hit, right? Well, let's take that roll. I didn't have my bonuses. Okay. I'll take that before.
No, re-roll it. You didn't have your bonus in there. I wanted to be fair. No, it's fine. This is that's a hit.
All right, here's the damage.
Okay. 6. Okay.
Do I need to call the shot where it is again, or no?
No, it's okay. It goes into it goes into her torso, and you can see the like little puff of that kind of stuff. The odd thing is that she is following, her. I guess eyes is too strong a word because this is what her eyes look like.
Motion, huh?
Her eyes are obviously kind of messed up. That kind of thing. So that one eye, even though it's occluded, seems to be sort of like following you as you move. She seems to be fixated on you personally, Weber, and now she's moving towards you. Coming
Everybody
towards
knows
you.
I get girlfriend. Yeah, I get this a lot from the ladies,
Okay. Dr. Wagner. And you can tell the fire is getting bigger. So one of the things, and I don't know, Captain Black, if you are sort of watching this, certainly Coffin, you would see this, is that the fire has now moved from the straw that was in the bottom to the horse. And surprisingly, the horse's legs on that side in the back are now, the fire is sort of shooting up them. So the horse is catching on fire, and it's catching on fire a lot easier than it would normally be to catch a horse on fire. If that makes sense.
This horse is on fire.
Well, I'm sure you're speaking from experience.
All the horses that I've caught on fire in my, past did not catch this easy.
All the horses that I've known before.
Hey Doyle, you're gonna take
out of the cast of Equus.
All All right. Dr. Wagner, what do you do? So the creature seems to be heading towards you now because Weber is standing right next to you, and the creature is heading towards Weber. So now it's coming towards you.
Well, so now I take another flammable hanky,
Okay.
ignite it and toss it at
Okay.
the tree person.
At the tree person. All right. So flammable hanky throw. Give me a to hit roll.
Okay.
So I don't know. Is there a combat skill that would work for throwing a flaming Kleenex?
Yeah, evidently it's -2.
Not really going to let that one go, are you?
No.
Pam, stop picking on the game master. That never ends well.
Well, it is medical equipment, so I'd say use a medical check.
Yeah, but I mean, most medical equipment you don't throw.
Sure, I do. There's the waste basket. Oh, we don't need that organ anymore.
Give me any sort of range attack. So an attack roll, basically 2d6.
Okay.
And if you have any skills that would be at all applicable that are not
Carbine,
medical, well, it's a
sword.
combat skill.
I'm good with a sword.
I don't know
And
if
a
that would be
carbine.
helpful.
I was just born a few centuries or millennia too late.
How many carbine points do you have?
One.
One. Yeah. Okay. That's not going to help. All right. So yeah, you miss her with a 3 and it lands sort of in front of her, but it is on fire.
Right.
And she may step on it.
Because it's a flaming bag of poop.
All right. Anything else you want to move or anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Isaac, what's up, buddy?
All right. So you run down there and Isaac's sort of standing still and he's like, looks at you and he's like, I don't know where to go.
Well, we need transportation to the vaccine. We need to arrange a way out of here because I have a feeling things are going to get hot very soon.
I could take you to the
Sorry,
train
Dave.
station. That's how we'll get to path of Annabelle Stepson, of Elder Annabelle Stepson. That we can get to town. We take the train. I can
Well,
get you
do we
there.
need transportation to the train?
Yeah, it's about 3 miles away.
Well,
The train station.
let's.
I think your
figure out some
transportation's feet.
transportation.
Well, you've got the carryall. I mean, you've got the truck. It's parked down at the other end of the.
Well, do you need to start it? Do you need to wind it up?
It's electric. You just push the button, flies right up. But you guys don't know how to drive it. I mean, you guys don't know how to
then I
operate
guess
it.
we're gonna need.
We'll get him down to the truck then.
Basically, just don't run off. Grab the truck and come back for us.
Okay, I can. I'll do that. And he'll start running. He'll actually start moving south when it's his turn. Okay, cool. Coffin.
Okay, to the east of me, do I see a fungus zombie lady coming toward me?
Yeah, you can't miss her.
Okay, then I'm sorry, I gotta shoot her. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 2d6 plus 3, and do I hit her?
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Dog. All right, and 2d6 damage, 5.
Okay, another blam through the chest.
Okay.
And the spores kind of like poof out and fall onto the ground. She's staggering. There's a lot of damage there. You can see inside of her chest cavity, which some of the skin after your last shot has sort of peeled away, and you can see that it is filled with those kind of like pale sort of antler looking things inside there. Seems to be wrapping. There might be some organ stuff in there, but they're dead and rotted and pushed out of the way by the fungus.
All right.
Anything else you want to do? Move away, run in there, maybe tackle her?
Do I get one more shot or no?
Yeah, you can take another shot. If you don't move, you can take another shot.
Here it comes. Ammo 10.
That's another hit.
All right, and I do 6.
6 points of damage. That one takes her in the face, and she goes down. And you can see again, it's like the little poof as all of the stuff seems to be filling the area, trying to get out.
Okay, I'm not gonna go in there.
Oops, that's not right. I had the
Ah!
wrong thing. Hold on. Fire doesn't give off that. I had the wrong click. These little fire buttons are terrible to click on. All right, here we go. There we go. Okay, there you go.
She's still standing?
Oh, she's down.
She's
You
down.
just didn't put the X in yet.
Okay. Finish her.
God damn.
Keeps hitting the fire. We'll just pretend she's dead.
No, no pretending.
It's a role play game. We don't pretend.
We don't pretend here. All right, there we go. All right, finally I got it right. Okay. All right, good shot. Coffin puts 2 quick ones into the zombie, and she goes down. Captain Black, what do you do? Shot at. Okay.
I assume that hits.
Yep. Ooh, 15 points of damage. That one, so she's facing Weber and starting to move over there. The laser takes her through the side of the head, boom, and out. There's a little smoke coming off of the thing from the cauterization. She falls directly onto the flaming isopropyl pad and begins to burn, like the Hayaki of Doom. So she begins to burn and smoke comes off her, and the same thing happens once the fire starts taking her. It's like poop, 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 all that stuff begins to emanate in a little radius and fall to the ground.
Okay, so we now have killed the things that were preventing Isaac's friend from getting out,
Correct.
but they've puffed up a whole bunch of spores.
And
Well,
he doesn't know that we've killed him yet, so we probably should inform him at some point.
Well, they've puffed up the spores, but the spores are like Dr. Wagner said, they're heavy. So they puff out, and they're not like a cloud around them. They fall to the ground pretty quickly. So when if go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I still don't want to go wandering through it.
No, if you got some of those spores on your clothing, and
That would
then
be
the
bad.
clothing somehow contacted a mucous membrane, you wiped your
We'd be in
nose or
trouble.
breathed it. Yeah, that would be enough to infect you.
But we also set the barn on fire. So if we don't tell him to get out, he's going to die from being burned alive. If we tell him to come out, he's going to die from getting consumed in the spores. There
Yep.
might have been a problem with our plan, guys.
Maybe.
Well, I would say he's got a better chance of.
Well, doctor said he was expendable.
I would just say that he has a 100% chance of dying by fire or a chance of dying by spores. So let's give him that chance.
Maybe you could throw some of that. You can pull down some more of that waxed canvas, throw them over the bodies, and you could get over the top of them that way. You wouldn't get any of the spores on you. You would have to walk through the spores on the ground,
Okay.
or leap over it. Maybe, I don't know. There's a couple ways.
Do we know if he can hear us from here?
He heard Isaac.
Good before.
Yeah, you could hear him inside the wall.
Right. So I'll tell Isaac that, hey, we killed the zombies, so he can get out now, but tell him he's got to be careful and put something over the dead bodies so he doesn't get infected.
Well, guys, he doesn't have to go down that hall. He can come through this. He can come through like one of these stalls here.
Yeah, or just find another way out.
Yeah, I don't know what, all we see is this part of the building. There might be something on the other side that he can get out, but
No, Isaac will tell you there's only the one door in the millworks room.
Okay. All right.
So Isaac then, so you guys advise, so Captain, you advise Isaac to go over here and tell Tobias to come out. But be careful because there's a couple of zombies that he needs to avoid.
Well, no,
He's
dead bodies.
Dead bodies. Okay. And he's like, all right, I'll come out. And you can hear, I guess you guys can't hear him, but he's like, Isaac's like, he's going to come out. That kind of thing. Like it's an important thing. All right. Captain Black, did you, I guess that was it for you. Okay. Tam. All right. Let's see if you can make up for it this time.
So first of all, OSHA should shut this mill down for only having one exit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the flammable horses too. That's a violation.
You're right. I totally grant it. They don't seem to have any OSHA.
The agricultural and foliage people are going to be over here pissed.
That, not to be alarming, but behind you, there are mushrooms.
Who are you talking to?
Matt.
Matt, watch out.
What?
There are
When did this
mushrooms
happen?
behind you. Sorry.
They've been there all night.
Oh my God.
Doyle, I
Set 'em
don't
on
feel.
fire.
Doyle, I don't feel so good. Hold me.
Well,
All right, Don.
I
Swing
can't hit.
schedule. 7 up. So,
Nope, I'm leaving.
All
right, so you get out of there?
Did Don tell anybody that he's under
Can't
the
hit
blanket?
a stationary object, so I might as well leave.
Did Don tell anybody he's a blanket, or are we just going to open fire on it when we see him?
Well, I mean, you do see something running across there that looks like somebody with a blanket on their head, like a piece of cloth over their head. You're not sure what's going on, but they're kind of. So did you jettison the blanket?
Not yet.
You're keeping it on. Okay.
It won't be fully. No, it'll be off my head if I'm running the way.
So you're looking right underneath.
Right.
You've got it peeled up. Okay. So you guys, as you see it, you can see that it's Tam coming out from behind there, and he's got some sort of canvas covering that he's using to sort of protect himself. And he's come out from this area and is coming down into the blackberry patch.
I'm gonna go to the truck.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Weber.
Sure. All right. So this is also a dead horse here, right next to me.
Yeah. So
We have 2 cordyceps zombies, right, coming towards us. Basically, one to my right and one directly ahead of me.
yes, there's one to your north that's just come out of the woods there, the little copse of trees, and then
Okay.
there's one that's just come off of the deck onto the thing, and he's staggering forward towards you guys.
Okay, well, with Captain Black there, and assume is that Tam hiding in the bushes there? I can't see who that in front of us.
What do you
going
mean?
to- Who's this right here?
Tam.
That's Tam. He's
Oh, okay, I
he's
didn't see
covered
him.
himself in some sort of cloth, and he's moving through the blackberry bushes.
Oh, that's Isaac. Okay. I'm gonna spin around and say, Doyle, look out, and I'm gonna fire 2 into the one behind him, or attempt to fire 2 into the one behind him. Take 2 shots at the one behind him.
Okay.
All right, 1 second. What was that?
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing.
All right. So the first shot.
Miss.
Oh yeah, and it's actually +3, not +2. So second shot. What a one was 7 of a hit? Or
No.
Kind of a distance. Ugh. Blamity blam blam blam.
Yeah, you said two bullets into the underbrush, but nothing hit.
Okay. All right. Well, at least Doyle is now well aware that there's something.
Yeah, Doyle's aware that there's something behind him, and it's coming out of the bushes. It doesn't seem to be altogether cognizant. It's attracted to the noise, so it hasn't focused on any one particular person yet. Dr. Wagner.
Wouldn't it be focused on the
Yes,
burning
sir.
things?
Hold on.
So this guy over who just came out of the outhouse,
Mm-hmm.
he's just sitting there or standing there?
This guy?
Yeah.
No, he's moving towards you guys. He just came out of the house. This was the guy that was sitting on the couch.
Good back to you guys.
Yeah, and he's sort of staggered out onto the deck, and now he's stepped off into the courtyard, and he's moving towards you guys.
All right. I'm gonna throw a hanky of doom his way.
All right, give me a roll check.
All right,
What'd you roll?
7.
7. All right, close. You throw that one over there, lands sort of in front of him, and looks like he could step onto it as he moves closer and closer to you guys. So not a bad shot, but it didn't hit him.
Dang it. And can I also move?
Yep.
Mother, may I?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna start heading south.
Okay. Coffin.
Yes, sir. All right. Holy moly, am I aware of this chapter?
Oh yeah, yeah. Weber whirled and put 2 bullets into the woods
Okay.
to alert you to the fact that there's something came out of there.
Um,
Doesn't look like you hit him though.
Copy that. I'm gonna crouch and kneel right there. I'm gonna I've used 4 rounds so far.
Okay.
Um
Body pistol, I believe, has a 12-round magazine.
Great. Then I'm gonna put
10.
10 round.
It
10
did not
round
die.
mag.
Okay.
How many? I'm sorry.
10.
10. Thank you. 10. All right. I'm gonna shoot at that guy here. I'm gonna go. Did a 7 hit?
No, 7 is a miss.
I'm gonna try it again. Goodness, this guy's. Is he dodging me or? I'm gonna try to get a 7. Oh boy.
Oh,
Wait, but you didn't add your +3. So that is a 10.
Oh, you're
And that is a hit.
a 10. A hit. Thank you. Whew. All right, great. And I do 8.
8 points of damage. All right, bullet goes flying into him, and again, as some of the spores come out, he now is fixed on you and begins to sort of stagger over towards you as it looks like he's getting excited. Like,
Is he fast?
no, but he's close.
Oh shit. All right. Can I move at all?
He shot twice.
Shit. All right. Uh-oh. Okay.
Cat
That's
Black.
what I get.
well, it looks like he needs a little help, so I'll move to here
Okay.
and take a shot at him. Actually, why don't I try not moving because I forget? Well, because I gotta shoot through web or jigs.
You could shoot through him.
Even if I roll badly, I won't kill him.
Oh, no,
Didn't say
no.
that.
Yeah, you could easily kill him.
Then I will move. Good try. And shoot at the guy up there.
8's a hit.
Just barely.
10 points. All right. Lasered in through him,
Terrible
zapped, but
damage.
did not kill him.
All right, that's me.
All right. Isaac also peels off. Wagner, you told him to go start up the truck, right?
And bring it closer to where we bring
All
it
right.
to us so we can all jump in.
All right. So he's going to catch up with Tam. And he's all, Mr. Tam, are you headed to the truck? Follow me. They want us to bring the truck up here so we can all jump in it. Come with me, sir.
That's my intent.
Oh, all right. It's your turn.
Should I delay and move with him or should I go ahead and move up?
It's up to you.
I'll delay and just move up with him from now on.
Okay. You're right after him, so that's fine. All right. Now it's let me put him in here, but it's Tobias's turn. He's gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's gonna move up there. And now zombies. And here is an attack.
Ooh.
Oop. So the one zombie stumbles up towards Coffin and tries to grab him, but misses. This guy staggers through the fire. It catches on fire and he keeps moving towards you guys. So he is now burning. And then this guy. 2, 3. Tam, give me an intelligence check.
Are you questioning his intelligence?
No, not questioning it. I'm counting on it. 10. And my thing. So you see, So Isaac comes running up to you and he's like, Mr. Tam, I can see you're going to the truck. I can drive it. I'll bring you back and, come with me. And as you're looking at him and talking to him, you're like, that's my intention. You look over his shoulder and you see this guy kind of staggering around. He sort of avoided everybody's sight because he looks like he was around the other side of the farmhouse when he kind of come up. But he is coming up, kind of moving towards you guys.
What is Isaac's movement rate?
Same as you guys. It's 4 per action.
And that's the same as these guys?
No, they move 2. They're half of that speed.
Ah, okay.
You tell me I move 8 squares? Or
Yeah.
it's 4 equal 8 squares?
4 and 4.
Got it.
All right. Speaking of squares and movement. Oh, I have to roll to see if the guy dislodges himself from the thing. Nope. Weber.
All right. I'm gonna pivot to my left here and put 2 shots into this one sneaking up on me.
Ah, Jesus.
Which guy?
The one that
That's on top of Coffin?
no, that seems like a bad idea. I'll let Coffin deal with that one.
Okay.
Captain Black, but I'm afraid I'll put sport all over Coffin when I do it. I'm gonna sorry, I'm in the Zoom and not in the one where I can move my guy.
Oh.
I'm sure everybody's tried to do that. We try to move your guy in Zoom.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm going to take a step this way. Actually, no, I'm going to take 2 shots at this guy right here.
Okay.
Captain Black, behind us. And then I will try to shoot this fool. 1.
Nope.
2.
Yep.
Okay. And 2d6. Ugh.
3 points. All right. Winged him. Sorry, I have to move this.
Question about body pistols. How many rounds they hold? That was my
10.
second shot.
10 round mag.
Okay, I got 3 shots left by my count.
Okay.
And I got a Crockett and Tubbs, the clip out, slam it in.
Do you have clips?
Of course.
All right. All right. So that's Weber, Dr. Wagner. All right. So you can tell that the fire is now engulfed this horse and is spreading to the next thing over. This
Stall.
guy is burned, the next stall over. This guy is burning merrily, sort of in a pile on the ground. And this fire is beginning to, he stepped in it, so it's beginning to crawl up his leg. He's fire. He does not seem to notice it as he continues to sort of stagger over by you guys.
So using my veterinary knowledge, does that horse look like he's like incapacitated?
Well, none of them have ever moved. None of the horses look like they were anything but sort of sprouts, right? They were infected, but they weren't moving around. The horse never moved while the horse in the northernmost stall never moved while the flame engulfed it. And now the flame is just sort of, burning merrily in that stall and beginning to light the wooden aspect of the building on fire. But it's also spreading to the next stall. That horse in the second stall has not moved and gives no intention of seeming to move.
Okay.
They're just burning. They're just
I'm
standing there
gonna name
burning.
it Eeyore.
These are well-trained horses.
Well, they're probably not horses anymore, technically.
They're
All right,
fruit-shaped fungus.
Do we know if Tobias is making any progress?
Don't know.
Is he gone quiet?
Well, Isaac's not there anymore. You could listen. Do you want to yell in there and see if you can hear anything? A response?
Sure.
Okay. What do you yell?
Hey, are you out? Do you need assistance?
No response.
He's a plant. Run for it. Then I guess I am going to head south,
Okay.
as was my plan all along.
You're gonna catch up with those guys? Okay.
Well, or
All right. So as you get into the sort of the lane there outside of the thing, you can see this cordyceps zombie moving towards these two guys. So it's come around. It's just a new one.
Can I tell if they are aware?
You're pretty sure that Tam knows it's there. You're not sure about Isaac. He and Tam are talking about something. You see Tam looking over his shoulder, kind of at it.
Okay, well, I don't want to yell and call attention to myself. If it seems like Tam knows, then
Seems pretty clear he does.
I'll remain silent and be thought a fool.
Okay, Coffin. Things right on you.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's trying to grab you, and its mouth is now opening up.
Can I
Back up.
move back?
Sure. Into the room over there by maybe on the southwest side of the cart.
No, thank you. I'm gonna instead. All right, I'm gonna go back 1 and 2.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Pretty hot there. That fire is.
Online.
There's a big fire going on in that thing, so it's warm there.
that's fine. Can I shoot now?
Sure.
All right,
Just one
wait,
shot though.
One shot.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Yes, sir. And I do 8 points.
Boom. Put it down.
Whew. All right. Good. Okay. Am I caught in the explosion of fungi spores?
No, you're well away from it. Yeah, you're well away from it. It doesn't go far. So, I mean, more about a foot max is as far as these spores go from the creatures. The problem is if you're close when it happens and you get the spores on you, then that's a problem because you don't know where they are, or if you get one in your mouth or your eye, it's all it takes, really. All right. Oops. God damn it, you shitbag.
Hey,
4,
I've been called better than that.
5, 6, 7.
Can you record this?
Sorry, it's the thing. All right, so Coffin. About that time, you see these doors kind of bust open, and Tobias is kind of looking around. He's like, "Who are you lot?" Here's Tobias.
Which doors? I see.
Right there where you came through. So here's Tobias. That's what he looks like.
Does he have pointy ears?
Yeah, it's the fashion. He kind of comes out of that door right there, and he's sort of in danger of sort of stepping on that. Like you see him sort of skitter back over by you. He's like, "I'm Tobias. Who are you lot? What do you got? Skinnies? What are you skinnies doing here?"
We're here for the vaccine.
I could take you to it. Get me out of here, though.
Then we gotta go now. We gotta torch this place and go. We gotta sterilize and run now.
Okay. He seems genuinely aggrieved at the idea of torching the place, but you can tell that he understands that it's the only way.
It's the only way. We gotta torch the place and go right away.
Captain Black.
There's still one baddie over here.
Yep.
And this time I don't think I'm shooting anywhere near Weber, so I'm just going to shoot from here.
Okay. Miss. That's a hit. Ooh, another relatively low.
Crappy.
Yeah. Laser goes through him and you hit him, but he still is staggering forward. Isaac and Tam, you guys keep going south?
Yes,
Okay.
8 squares.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down to here. Cool.
Are each of these squares 2 squares?
No,
1, 2,
I moved you
3,
8.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I got it. Okay.
No good? Did I miss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I did miss one.
I wasn't going to argue
The arguments haven't been going well.
because I'm
for
just
you.
being petty.
So, Don, I mean, you would be able to move your full movement rate, except for you have a blanket on your head, and it's slowing you down. All right.
Blanket on your head.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is oh, let me roll to see if he gets out.
Thanks.
Nope. That one guy is going to try and grab Weber. No.
Wait, doesn't he like grab himself and
His arm falls off. I think that's it. Weber, what do you do? This guy's right up on you, though. He's
well,
like,
I'm backing the hell up and putting one into him.
they don't
well,
make
actually-
any noise. They don't make any sound. They're just, you can see his mouth is like falling open.
I'm gonna back up to here and I'm gonna call him towards me because he's right next to Black too, and I want to pull him away from and I want to put the spores on Black.
Okay.
Wait, this way. Wait. That's I forgot that thing is not dead. It's just mostly dead. I go straight back towards Doyle and Tobias.
Okay. So straight back, you're gonna, so you move away, you're gonna fire.
No, I'm just gonna call out to hey. Try to keep it off Black for a second.
Okay.
Captain Black,
Sounds good.
finish this sucker.
But first, Dr. Wagner.
Dr. Wagner. I'm gonna hightail it.
All right. With straight south.
Think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
gonna
that-
try to catch- What?
Now you know that this zombie is following these guys, so he's coming. He's probably going to be following you too.
Is he in range of that zombie catching him now? I think he just moved into his range.
Well, I'm not sure what my fight.
Can you go outside?
What?
Oh, I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, guys.
Thanks for asking though.
I'm not sure I moved my full range, but I don't remember where I started. So I guess that's that.
I think you started here. So 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think you can get to like here.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm down with that.
All right. Coffin.
Yes, sir. All right. I Captain Black is right between me and the zombie. I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
Can I get line of fire and
Yep.
not in danger, Captain Black?
Yeah, you can,
All right,
but you only get the one shot.
that's fine. One shot. Kaboom! And I missed? Oh my God, that's
You
terrible.
missed him.
You shot Black.
You hear the bullet? Oh, you hear the bullet? Oh, that is terrible. Two snake eyes. I don't think you would shoot Black, but you do hear the bullet go slamming into the building over here
Jesus.
as you do that. So, all right.
Black's hair just kind of wisps on one side. Hey,
Yeah, I'm like, who did that?
My bad. Sorry. It's just, it says gravity. I'm not used to the heavy gravity. My gun weighs twice as much.
Right.
call him.
So Tobias pops out of these doors over here and runs south past Black and Coffin, and he's kind of scooching over this way. He's heading towards the area over here. It looks like trying to get out of there.
Somebody call out to him that there's another zombie over there. There's Gatto's, Don zombie.
Otto.
Yeah.
Don
Damn
zombie.
zombie. Don zombie. Damn
Well, that zombie is still hooked to the mill. So he's still he can't get out, even though he's trying to. Isaac and Tam continue further south to the truck.
Yep.
All right, you guys will reach the truck next round. Zombies.
Zombie.
I know, that's been stuck in my head now too.
All right, this one's gonna.
Got cordyceps in my head.
This one's gonna move forward to Captain Black and try to smack or grab onto him. Does not succeed.
Haha.
This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, begins, crosses through the thing and is coming up behind Dr. Wagner. Are there any other ones? No, I don't think so. Weber Jix.
All right, what do I want to do here? The zombie is really close to Captain Black. I don't want to put a hole in it. Let's see, when does Black go though?
I think Don wants to be alone right now.
I'm dethatching.
If I take a shot at this zombie, it's gonna spray all over Black, right? Potentially.
Well, maybe. He's close.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea.
But then
I'm
you
gonna-
could be captain.
Is there anything that I could light on fire from this burning, this one is burning merrily? Is there like some sticks on the ground or?
Sure, yeah, like in the foliage.
Yes, in the foliage.
Yeah,
Well,
there's sticks.
I'm gonna grab one and start baking it here. My intention is to set the house on fire while we make our exit.
All right, so you're gonna reach down, grab some sticks, and sort of put them in this fire to try and ignite them, and then you're gonna take them over to the house and sort of burn the house down.
That's the plan.
Okay, all right, sounds
Just
good.
like
All
we
right,
Good
do every
plan.
weekend, Stimpy. Burn down the house.
All
right, Dr. Wagner, continue moving south.
Well, I think I'm going to launch a hanky of doom at that thing trailing me.
Okay,
So let me roll.
The visual of this is entertaining.
oh,
Eight.
that hit him. All right, so that one landed on him and immediately begins catching his clothing and whatnot on fire.
Nice. Burn, baby, burn.
So he is beginning to burn. He does not seem to notice as the remaining clothing and stuff on him begins to sort of catch. And you can see one of the things that you find interesting from a medical standpoint, Dr. Wagner, is that these creatures seem to be quite ignitable. People are filled with fluids, so it's kind of hard to ignite them. And even when you cremating a dead body requires intense heat, and there are still bones and material left over. These creatures, whatever
Believe me, I know that.
this fungus seems to potentially, and your guess is, at least from your initial observations, is that maybe the fungus itself has some sort of resinous quality that is flammable. We all know that you can take, pine needles and stuff like that, and pine twigs, and light fires with them, even if they are become wet, like in the woods. And it may be that this fungus has some sort of resinous material similar to that, because they do seem to be quite flammable.
Okay.
I mean, they don't explode, but they catch really easy.
Nice.
All right, and then continue moving south after you toss that thing on there. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so you can move 4 south. All right. Cool. All right, Coffin Doyle.
Okay. If this guy here is still moving, I'm gonna crouch down and take 2 shots.
Okay.
If I may. Here's the first one.
Hit.
Hot dog, and I do 8.
8 points of damage. Good.
Is he still moving?
I gotta check. He's still moving.
Something like that.
That one. I mean, that one was Captain Black. Need you to so there's bullets slamming into this guy, and there are little puffs of gray smoke coming out of him.
But I stopped shooting.
You're close. Well, you're sort of in the middle of. You got to put the second bullet in him. So
okay.
go ahead and finish shooting. Then we'll deal with potential infection.
That's a
Ooh,
14.
that is a hit.
Okay.
Wow.
And I do 5.
Okay, that is enough to send him backwards, and the fire begins to catch significantly. But also, you can see that it does those little poof, poof, poofs. So I need a dex roll from you, a dexterity roll, Captain Black, to try and
I'm
avoid
sorry,
this.
Captain. Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. We're gonna
Yeah,
have to
somebody
have a
wants to,
discussion
somebody
about
just
this.
mirrored you, wants to move up the chain.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Good luck, Captain.
Good luck, Captain.
12. You stepped back at the just the right moment. And you look down and you're looking at your clothes and you're like, did I get any on me? Did I get any on me? And you don't think you got any on you as you stepped backwards when those bullets hit. You heard Coffin like, I've got this son of a bitch. And then you're like, no, you know.
And I'm standing right on top of Coffin Doyle right now.
All right, great.
But yeah, you don't think you got any on you,
Okay, good.
but there is a little pile of it all over the place as you step back. All right, Tobias. He's running this way and sort of like sliding by, and he sees this guy in there. He's like, oh, Willem, what have you done? What have you done? And he continues to move down towards the thing. You see him watching this guy as he sort of staggers forward with fire coming at him. Captain Black, what do you do?
Everybody seems to have headed south. And there's no targets.
As far as you can tell, you do see one guy moving, but he looks like he's on fire. This guy down. Well, you can probably see this guy. He seems to be moving, but he seems to
Way
be
down
on
there.
fire. Yeah.
But everybody else headed south, so I'll come down here with Tobias.
Okay. Sounds good. Isaac and Tam, you guys reach the truck and jump in, I'm assuming. Yep. Oh, you're muted.
Yes, we started up and drive away.
Okay.
The vaccine
Gotcha.
isn't here, so we don't need to stay.
Off they go. The one zombie continues to move to the south, although he does seem to be slowing as the fire. So the flaming alcohol wipe landed sort of on his chest, caught his chest. So now, like, the entire upper part of his body is on fire and is burning, but he's still sort of lurching forward. His legs aren't on fire. So he's still sort of lurching forward, although he's beginning to slow. Weber, you finally get those twigs to catch. What are you going to do?
I'm going to take him over to the corner of the house here and look for a curtain or something to start on fire.
Okay.
Couch. Light the couch.
I'm not going in the house if I can help myself. Is that a couch
Okay.
right there? Yeah. But there's got to be something flammable. I'm guessing.
There might be some change in the couch cushions.
Give me a quick intelligence check. They don't really use money here.
That would be the pillage and then burn thing.
1 minus 1. Okay.
7. Okay. Yeah. So that's not going to help you. Where do you go?
I'm an intelligence of 11. Would that have been +3?
Yes.
And it would be an 8.
Oh, that would help. Oh, excuse me. So as you're sort of like looking around trying to figure out where to, how do you have to go in to light this place? Are there windows, that kind of thing? You see what looks to be over here, back of a generator.
What?
Nice. I would be
A small electrical generator.
Is it wind powered?
Yeah.
He mulches the foliage. All right, I will. I'm gonna call out to Coffin to maybe watch my back for a second while I mess with this sucker.
Okay.
Coffin, you got any electrical skills?
Not really.
Great, we're gonna die in a fire together then. So look forward to that.
I actually I have mechanic 1.
Yeah, well, that's something. So we'll
I
take
have
it.
electronics.
But you
I
guys
can
are
give you an assist.
you guys are down the road, way down
Are
the
you
road.
looking for
Well, we have
engineering?
neural mesh.
Oh, that's true.
I don't-
That's true.
Not on this planet.
Not on this planet.
Well, I think
I've got
the
engineering.
windmill helps to distribute electromagnetical signals by which our neural lace communicates.
Not a router.
I love that your third eye is keeping an eye on the zombie behind you as you're booking down this road.
Totally is.
Thank you for remembering.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask Coffin to whoa. I'm gonna ask, why is the screen moving all around? I can't pick up my guy without moving it. The whole screen. That was weird. I'm gonna ask Coffin to watch my back while I see if I can dick around with this and maybe
Okay.
set it in explodes or not.
I don't know if
Are
you
we
heard
still
me
in
ask,
combat?
Trevor, but are you looking for engineering?
Engineering would work.
I've got engineering too.
Okay. Great.
So do you
If
want me
if
to
we
come
need
help?
you, is that Captain Black?
Yeah.
Come on up. If you're not too far
Okay.
down the road. Like,
Do I have to wait my
Got a
turn? Or
generator.
are we out of?
No, you can go up there. We're sort of out of initiative in that there's one left and he's burning. He will, in a round or two, eventually be completely engulfed and sort of fall where he stands. Dr. Wagner, I'm assuming that you will eventually reach the carryall, the truck, where Tam and Isaac have already fired it up and are beginning to drive towards the farmhouse.
yeah, Purell everybody when you get to
Well,
the truck.
can I Purell for everyone? Can I hear the din? Like they're calling for somebody with engineering and electrical.
Yeah, you probably could hear that.
And I know that guy's burning and
Yeah, he eventually falls to the ground.
All right, so I can sneak by him.
Oh yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
there's an X through him, so I'm guessing. All right.
Yeah, you could sneak around him. You just don't want to get too close because he does have that sort of powder around him.
Oh, well, I'm wearing a mask and
Yeah, you've got all the shields and stuff on.
okay.
Hunter and Lich. Nice.
I'm coming, guys. I've got electrical.
We could all die in a fire together now. Awesome.
Be so romantic.
All right, so Jesus, these freaking fires. So all right, so you run back up there. What do you do? So actually, before we do that, Tam, what are you doing? So you and Isaac are in the truck.
Right.
Drive away without us.
I'm tempted. This guy is between us and the rest of the people.
Correct, but he is dead and on fire.
Oh, okay.
The way I like them.
We want to drive back to here.
Okay.
Actually, in the truck, we'll drive back to here
Okay.
and let people get in. Can this guy back up? If Isaac can back up, leaving then going forward to be a lot faster.
Oh yeah, he can back in.
Okay, so back up to here
Okay.
and be ready to take off. Once Tobias and only Tobias is on board with us.
All right, hold on. That looks cool. All right, so
I have
here's-
not heard anything about electrical
here's-
work or anything like that.
So here's the truck. He's going to back it up in there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you're in the back, I'm assuming.
Couldn't he have the new Tesla truck?
I don't.
The Cybertruck thing.
I don't have a
should be-
cyber. I don't
it
have a
should be-
Cybertruck icon.
It should be out by that time.
I'm gonna wait a couple years and get the new Maverick.
All right, so you guys are in the truck. It's on. It's idling, and you guys are, taking
The
care of
electric
all
motors
that.
idle?
Uh,
I don't think they do.
well, this one does.
Okay, it's idling.
Now watch it, or you're going to end up in the foliage. All right, so Wagner, you go back and help them, kind of thing.
Yeah, because I've got 2 electronics.
Okay, so you go back there.
Or
I'm gonna.
3 electronics.
All right. Tobias jumps in the tractor, or in the truck. What do you guys? So you guys are at the back there. The barn area is burning pretty significantly at this point. So, and the stone
That's
is.
my character without it moving everywhere. I don't know why it's doing that. Les,
You-
sorry.
You okay? Do you need to refresh something?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna refresh. So.
Okay. So the barn area is on fire. It's spreading into the wooden portions of the thing. Tam, you can see Tobias looking back at the mill and that kind of stuff, and there's tears in his eyes. His farm is being destroyed.
Correction, his farmhouse is being destroyed. His farm is just fine.
Well, maybe it has cordyceps in it. These guys have been wandering around for quite a bit. His farm is probably going to have to be destroyed too.
We can do that.
Let's get an accurate body count here too. How many we got?
Okay.
We still need to set the other zombie on fire who's caught there.
Let's go get the medicine.
We can't figure out. We can't let him break free later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I don't. You mean the one caught in the windmill?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. He's a defensive genius.
What if we can't cover him like a ghost?
He has the blink spell on.
He has something going on, man. He's untouchable. He's untouchable. All right. So behind you guys, so all 4 of you guys are sort of standing around this. Now, what you have is like a small kerosene generator. It does have a fuel tank that does seem to have kerosene in it. It's about half full. So your guess is probably 6 or 7 gallons. It's pretty old and kind of garbagey.
Okay. Well, you said kerosene, huh? That's my brand.
Okay, so you have a sort of a bunch of lit sticks. What are you gonna just jam them into the kerosene?
Yes. We jam him. Oh no! Wait. I see what you did there. We're gonna soak something in kerosene, and then actually, is there a way to drain the kerosene out that we can just pour over the house? You know what? I tell you what. Is there a way to let the kerosene start flowing?
Not really. I mean, you'd have to sort of like dump. You'd have to sort of dump the.
If you shoot the tank,
thing.
it'll spill.
Well, you could. I mean, Coffin's gun shoots ceramic bullets. They're not going to spark.
Right.
All right, Coffin. You want Captain Black to get next to it before you open fire?
All right, everybody stand back, please. Okay, so what am I shooting at now?
The fuel tank on the kerosene tank on the generator.
Let's clarify. Dan wasn't even there for that joke. That was good too.
I'm sorry, I'm not seeing that on my map. I'm sorry.
It's just this white box right here is the generator.
Okay, great. I'm gonna go up and stand right next to it. No.
It won't help. No matter how close you get to it, you can put the nuzzle against it. It wouldn't help.
I'll be standing away from a little bit.
Well, there's one crucial difference between this operation and what you did, and that is the head blanket.
Once the head blanket didn't work out, you're like, I'm out of here. Screw you.
Don't get me wrong. If frankly, put that over your head, it was a good idea. Your rolls were garbage, though. I have no control of.
I would agree. Right. The rolls were garbage. I just was expecting a little bit of more of a bonus since I was point blank.
I gave you 2/3 of your total bonus.
Yes. I was expecting a bonus, not a deficit. Not a penalty.
Right. People, please stand back.
Your definition of bonus differs from mine.
A little bit.
People, please stand way back.
All right.
Way back, please. Way back.
Dr. Wagner, you want to move back a little bit?
Yeah.
And it's here.
I don't want to really be in the foliage though, just in case there's somebody else leaving.
I'm gonna take careful aim.
All right.
And 8.
That hits. All right. A hole appears as if by magic in the fuel tank of the generator, and a liquid, a reddish liquid, comes pouring out onto the ground.
Which way is the liquid going?
It's going out towards you guys.
All right, so when it gets to about here, I will drop the burning sticks into it and then make our way off this farm.
It's not really. It won't get that. It won't probably get that far. You're talking
Right
about.
here, yeah, wherever it gets to.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close, but yeah, it'll get there. It's sort of, and there's several gallons, and it's kind of like pooping out a little bit. And there's where the shot was placed. You probably about 4 gallons is now on the ground, and another 2 gallons still in the tank, where it's just below the level of the bullet hole.
I set it alight, and then we hightail it out of here.
Okay. All right.
No cordyceps, flaming cordyceps zombies.
Well, it catches on fire. So the kerosene catches on fire and it begins licking at the thing. I assume you guys aren't standing there waiting for it to explode.
No, I'm moving around the front of the house here. And
okay. You do, after about 30 seconds or so, hear a sort of, it's not like an explosion where it's like, but it's more like a ka-wump kind of sound, and you do see smoke pouring up from back there, and if you guys wait a few more minutes, you can see fire sort of covering the back. Both buildings are now on fire.
Okay, our work here is done, people.
Come on down to the truck.
This is how every adventure should end, with everything on fire.
All right, so everybody goes down to buy the truck, and I'm assuming gets in. Tobias is looking over his farm buildings now in flames, and you can see he's tears are coming out of his eyes. I mean, he's not bawling, but this is his place.
I'm gonna put 2 bullets into this thing. As I
Good luck.
Yeah, shoot. He's defensively capable for reasons I can't.
Oh, that's a D20. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh wait, I can roll a d20 and get over it.
Here we go. First shot, second shot.
First is a hit, second is a miss. As the bullet goes tearing through the canvas.
Ooh, a real hit too. An 11 damage.
Yep, he's still up. Let me see if he can de-wedgify himself from the thing. Nope.
All right, Doyle, you gonna take a couple shots at him? Dr. Wagner, you haven't burned this one yet.
It's target practice.
Yeah, I've already made my shot, so I'm jumping in the truck too now.
You gonna finish him, Coffin?
Do it, Coffin. Finish him. Sweep the leg.
Get really
I hear-
close.
That-
Yeah, that guy.
I will shoot. An 8.
Hit.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah.
Woo. 8.
Nice.
Okay. Still lodged in there, still moving around, although you can see little poofs of spores keep shooting out of different
Fine.
pieces of its body.
May I shoot him again, please?
Sure.
13.
Hit.
And sorry. Wrong roll. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
10.
You can't stop hitting him.
He finally falls over, and you can see as the things come over, and he's just laying there as you get to the truck.
All right.
What do you-
and boom.
You guys tell Isaac, beat it.
For it.
Yeah, punch it.
All right.
I'm gonna question Tobias on how many farm workers. I counted 7, right? That we put down.
1, 2, 3, 4,
2 in the barn. These 3 out
5,
here.
6,
Oh, he would be 7.
7. I see 7.
Nice. Good kills.
I don't
Okay.
think you finished this one, Doyle.
No, he did.
Okay. Then back the truck up.
All right, so you guys, so the truck, Isaac takes the truck and begins cranking out over the blackberry patch, and as you guys sort of like get farther away, you guys are about 300, 400 yards away. You get to the road and you look back and you can see that both of the buildings seem to be burning merrily. In fact, you can see from here that the windmill blades, that waxed canvas, is now burning as well, smoke pouring into the sky. You can also hear that down the way, you can hear what sounds like bells.
I'll ask Isaac or Tobias about it. Is that the fire?
He's like, it's likely so. They'll have seen the smoke and they'll be on their way here. We've got to warn them off. We can't let them go anywhere near this farm until it's been properly treated.
Okay. Well, there's two things. Either A, we can.
No one has a cell
here.
phone?
Not really. They're not the cell phone type.
Do you think
Which
we could have
direction would they be
night
coming
riders
from
that
for the
truck?
fire brigade?
They got a cell phone. There's not many minutes left.
Probably the west.
Let's go that way.
Okay. You guys get down there and you can see that there are a couple of trucks with what look to be like pump mechanisms or something like that, and another truck behind them that has a big tanker of water with these various valves on it that are moving away. Tobias slings the truck around and sort of blocks the road, and they're yelling, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way, unit! We've got to get down to Tobias's farm." And you see Tobias stand up. He's like, "No, forget about it." And they actually, Isaac and Tobias jump out of the truck and begin talking with these guys. And, you know, you can't really hear what they're saying, but you can see him pointing and he's explaining to him. And, you know, you can see the sobering looks on the fire guys' faces as they're like, "Oh, okay, well, you know, we've got a cordy problem up there." It's basically you after a couple of minutes, Isaac and Tobias get back in the truck. Isaac pulls the truck around, and the guys now they're not rushing very hard, but they do go back and they're heading that way. And they're essentially, Tobias explains to you, is like they're going to set up a cordon and make sure the fire doesn't spread too far. But they're not gonna go in and put it out. They're not going to go anywhere near there.
I'll tell them really sorry about your farm, Isaac, or Tobias, but we got some.
At least you're still alive.
Yeah, we got some other things to worry about right now.
Well, yeah, he's pretty busted up about this, and he's a bit disconsolate about the fact that his farm is gone. But he understands. He's like, I can't believe we brought it. I brought it back. My men brought it back with us. I mean, we had no idea that this was the case. We have to get out there and see what's going on at Path of Elder Emma Bell Stephenson. That's where we brought the medicine, and that's where they had their outbreak. But if it spread, if it got onto my guys and spread to here, there's no telling where it could be. We've got to get out there and get that medicine and make sure that they're okay.
Dr. Wagner, is there any way to examine us, make sure none of us are infected, including our two NPC pals here?
I would have to run some blood and some
matter.
this breathalyzer thing. I don't have the equipment with me. Yes, I could test you if I had the equipment.
I'm trying to think. Is there any medical equipment on the Slice of Lime? There's no auto doctor, but
there should be some
med lab
diagnostic equipment.
There's a med lab on Slice of Lime?
Oh, not in the Slice of Lime, no.
Well, I would have some diagnostic stuff.
You would probably have, some very well. Yeah, you would have a medical bag that.
I couldn't do MRIs and CAT.
No, but I mean, you could cook up
tests and breath or oxygen tests. Sure.
The probability is, you could cook up a cordy test.
Yeah, I thought you meant right here and now.
Yeah, but you need the stuff from the slice.
Yeah, I don't have any way to test right here.
Yep.
Or do I? Should I do a knowledge or medical check?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, you have some rudimentary supplies. You don't have anything that would be required to do like a blood test to test for a fungal
Well, I
infection.
guess what I'd be doing is really thinking about it hard, going, okay, I got to remember my chemistry from med school. Were there any things that stood out about fungal infections that would help me to determine any onset kind of thing? I guess
the only thing you would give me a knowledge med. It's a good idea. 12. Okay, so you do know that a blood test, which would be definitive yay nay on infection, is, without the tools that you have on the Slice of Lime, you won't be able to do it. What you could do is, knowing what you know now, is you can make some direct observational things with the tools that you have, most specifically the scleras of the eye. You could look at eye coloration, and potentially look into the retinas with a retinal tool, or look into the ears and nose to see if there's any fungal growth.
Yeah, I would have those tools in my medical bag.
Yeah,
Now, we've also learned that if we shoot them and they explode little puffs of powder, they're infected then too.
that's true.
Well, they would have to get in you. Just because they're on you doesn't mean they're in you.
So
Oh, okay.
as a future diagnostic test, let's shoot everyone we meet to look for the puff, the telltale puff.
Yes.
If liquid squirts out, we know they're good.
Well, at least for the next few hours.
This idea is solid. I like it, and I think it would work. But yeah, no, you think that you could do some direct observation, the nasal and the earal canals. I don't know what they're called.
My concern is that by the time I notice them, you might be too far along.
Well, yeah, direct observation would indicate, I mean, what you would be observing would be looking for instances of fungal growth or discoloration indicative of fungal growth,
Right.
which means, yeah, you wouldn't necessarily be able to tell. You would be able to tell if somebody was somewhat along the path of infection.
We have somebody to tell us what they observed from these recent victims. So maybe Tobias could tell us how this all went down.
Well, yeah. So Tobias would say, he says, look, we dropped off basically, this is the story he tells. We said, as soon as Isaac and the team brought the medicine to me, we immediately transferred it to the railroad to take it to the town. The town's name is, and I've been saying this a couple of times, Path of Elder Emma Bell Stevson. It's named, that's the name of the town. And it's only accessible by train. You can't get trucks through there. So the train really is the only way. And it's a central town where more remote farmers will bring their crops to, so they can put them onto the railroad and bring them in and get them offloaded in trucks. So at the depot, which is just not too far from here. So, but the train really is the only way to get there. The terrain, there's no roads going to this town, so the train is really the only way there. We put the crates on the train, we took them there, we handed them off to the locals, because in a couple of the outlying farms, we'd had incidents of cordy, and we'd had incidents of people being infected. So we brought the medicine there so that we could, at the very least, we could inoculate those who were not infected, so that they could work closely and try and get rid of the infection in the region before it got any further spread. That was a day and a half ago. A little more than a day and a half, probably more like 40 hours ago. He says, I came back, I dropped off the stuff, and I came here. The worst of the infection was outside of town. We needed the medicine because a man had caught it and, had to be burned. And everybody was worried that, they needed the protection of the medicine to do the jobs right. We got back yesterday. We thought we had it contained, and then last night, a number of my men and a number of my workers began to exhibit signs. They started to twitch. They started to tell, at first it was like, they told me that they felt weird. They had headaches. There was something wrong. It started out first with one of my guys, and he started to twitch, and he had trouble walking. And then the next thing I knew, all of them were that way. I tried to help them as best I could, but I was, at first I wasn't sure what was wrong, and then I realized what was wrong, and I locked. He goes, I locked myself in the mill works. He says, after that, I don't know what happened. That was late last night, probably midnight or so last night. And I've been in there ever since, hoping that someone would come. He's like, I tried to help them as best I could. I didn't know what it was. I had never seen this before. We knew that it could happen, but we'd never seen what it looked like. I didn't know that this was what was wrong with them. And now my farm is infected, and who knows how far they've gone. You guys
Right
came
back.
here. You guys got here in the nick of time, because now that we have it contained, we explained to the fire guys they're going to let it burn and just keep it from extending beyond the boundaries of my thing. But we've got to get back to the path of Elder Emma Bell Stevson and get hold of that medicine and make sure that they've got what they think. Because if my guys got it, it could be that everybody in town's infected.
Oh, boy.
What we can do is, I know the guys who run the train. I can get them to take us to town. I can get us there.
We should have a backup plan in case the whole town is infected. Does
I have a
anybody-
limited amount of wipes.
well,
That's true. He does have a limited amount of wipes. He's
does
been
anybody
using
have a nuke?
no, but what they can do is what Tobias was saying is, like, I can get a hold of more kerosene and torches and that kind of stuff. If because we'll have to burn it.
We should probably also figure out if we don't have like space age equipment, respiratory equipment, we should get some masks and whatnot to try to keep masks and goggles to keep the stuff off of us. Right?
We could ask for medical equipment. I don't have anything as fancy as the doctor there, but certainly bandanas and working goggles or sunglass goggles. We can get those.
Oh yeah. Weber Jix is gonna definitely have to have sunglass goggles.
There you go.
Yeah, he's got to look cool while burning stuff. Okay.
But that's the story he tells you.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So Andrew, did you want to check the guys to see if anybody's infected?
I sure do.
Okay.
What's with the?
I still have some wipes and Purell. I'll give them all a look-see.
And the
All right.
probe.
Snap. All right. So he goes through you guys pretty quickly. The crew of the G&T. The only person that even remotely might have been in a position to get any of the spores on them was the captain. And Dr. Wagner goes over Captain Black with pretty much with a fine-tooth comb. Looks in every available orifice that is allowed to be looked in. And basically, Dr. Wagner, you do not find any instance of infection in any of the crew. Next, you look at Isaac, and he too seems to be fine. You don't find anything on his nasal mucous membranes, nothing in his ears. His eyes the sclera of his eyes are fine. He seems okay. And then you look at Tobias, and at first he seems okay too. And then you're looking up one of his nostrils, and you can see on some of the interior mucous membranes on the side, as you get in there, deep in the back, you see what looks to be, at first you're like, oh, it's nothing. And then you take a closer look, and it doesn't look like fungus. It's just like a dark patch on the mucous membrane.
Uh-oh.
Can't trust it.
You're not sure what it is, but it's not supposed to be there.
We gotta.
It's not a big greasy booger.
It's not a big greasy booger. It could, to your eyes, right now it's just a discoloration. So it could be a couple of things. I mean, it could be something as simple as a minor cancer, or some sort of discoloration in the mucous membranes from inhaling smoke, which could have deposited some soot or something in there. But considering the environment, you can't help but wonder. Now, to be sure, you'd have to take a swab of it, and you'd have to go back and do various testing equipment, which you don't have. But he does have a discoloration on his nasal mucous membranes that could be cordy.
I suggest binding him and isolating him.
There's a village, right? Isn't there somewhere to keep him isolated in the village?
Probably.
Well, do you want to put an infected person in a village?
That's fair. That's fair. right? I'm not a paladin in this one, right? So yeah, it's fine.
Not my village.
But where you may be on the right track is we might want to involve the local constabulary and not
Yeah.
take this on ourselves.
Yeah, let them know that we're putting the infected person in the village.
Yeah.
Here's your plague bomb. You're welcome.
Well, I mean, they got to be. I mean, even though this has been going on for a while on this planet, they have to have some sort of protocol to follow if somebody's suspected of having it. Who's
Right.
that person to contact?
Well, they do. The problem is, it usually involves bandanas and hammers, right? The thing is that the one thing that you've noticed from these people is, one, they're pretty religious, but they're also very kindly. They're not the kind of people that are just going to say, well, you've got a dark spot on your mucous membranes and then just ace the guy. The likelihood is that they would want to, at the very least, wait and determine if it is indeed cordyceps. And if it is, then they would probably go, their probable response based on what you guys know about these guys is that they would probably want to isolate them, but keep them as comfortable as possible until it became obvious that they were dead. And then they would destroy the body and burn it in the prescribed manner. The problem is that unless they've had the medicine, the potential for contamination is probably comparatively high.
Well, I'm gonna say to Tobias, it's after 11, but I want you to let me know if you get so much as a hangnail or a headache. You've been locked up, you've been traumatized, I'm keeping an eye on you. If you feel unusual in any way, I want you to let me know.
Well, I feel fine, Doctor. I'm in your old debt for saving me from the cordies, but I feel fine. I feel good.
Well, good.
Except
I want to know if that changes.
All right. I'll let you know.
For no reason, I'm going to change seats where I'm sitting in the pickup truck.
To be closer to Tobias.
Yeah. You want to share the spoon while we eat the soup?
All right, so it is 11. I didn't realize it. Boy, that went fast.
11
So,
days.
all right, so it is 11. We'll stop there, and you guys, when we start next time, you guys are on your way towards the train station, because Tobias is told Isaac, basically, we got to get out to the town. So let's get to the train station. I've got guys there at the train. They'll be able to take us there.
Okay.
Thank you.
We put down
Sounds good.
seven flaming zombie dwarfs, so we got that in there. Sounds like a drink.
All right.
Right? I'd like a
Take
flaming
care,
zombie
everybody.
dwarf, please.
Night all.
All right.
Oh,
Guys,
hey,
see you next
John,
time.
Yeah.
tell your sister that Sheila wants her grape salad recipe, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, you guys.
Night all.
Thank you. Good night.